I'm going to start here in a couple seconds. I think we'll just start it right now, actually. And boom, countdown, 10 seconds. Players better get ready. I do wonder how this board's going to look. What's the center square this time? What, Moog? We had Lance, yeah. Might as well have Moog, right? Give me Moog.
1. Orpheus Champions. Explosive Physics. That's an interesting one, because that's one you can kind of get early. There's also the tree bosses on there. Combos with it pretty well. Remnants boss hit list. It's kind of early-ish.
Whoa, this is a weird board.
Memory of Grace after 50k. I could see someone going to Godric hit list, popping the Memory of Grace, keeping some runes for Margit, and then just getting that super early.
This is a very mid to late game board.
This is kind of a very mid to late game board. Seeing this board immediately, just you could probably set up some square. There is on the top row, actually, the 2 Cemetery Shades and Spirit Ash plus 4 summons, as we saw last match Tom showed. You can grab the glove ward upgrades in the catacombs where the Cemetery Shades are, so that's pretty consistent. Also, one of the bell rings on the way to Fia's Champions if you go underground. So, but that's a lot later. So, the earliest square of this board really just being like, maybe killing some Cemetery Shades.
Also, speaking of not seeing the Jawbone Axe again, it looks like CBD does have the Jawbone Axe on his character. So,
am I already being proven wrong? Well, I guess it could be a starting class, but
he does also have the Crucible. Or Dovis's greatsword.
Yeah,
in his,
I think
hand.
That's actually a solid weapon.
That's the
Ash of War deals a lot of damage, and it's a constant lingering hitbox too on the ground that refreshes. It'll deal multiple hits.
And what's really good also is we have that 30 Faith square, which works into that weapon on top of that, because that is a Faith weapon. And I think Bray was kind of hovering that class for a moment there as well, possibly considering the Ordovis greatsword.
Yeah, the mace actually isn't too bad because it has bleed and it's a solid thing to use, but that Ordovis greatsword does let you just have a good weapon for the later game. It is holy damage, but that L2 just makes up for it, honestly. If you can sneak in it does take a bit to use, it's a slow attack, but if you can get that off in a fight, it's a big damage. There is the very fast square of killing a boss and torrent the whole fight. Some people will either do Tibia Mariner or the Pumpkinhead where Selen is, or other similar things. I could also see if people have practiced it, grabbing the holy pot recipes and throwing the holy water pots at the Deathbird as it comes down and stuff while you're on torrent.
I haven't seen anyone practice that, I'll be honest. I've been tuning into a lot of practice matches. I don't think I've seen anyone practice Deathbirds, really. I think they kind of wing it for the most part.
Yeah, I don't think it's really that optimal, because you can just throw water pots at it, but with being on torrent, there's certain spot that you can kind of line up. I never really learned it, but it is a thing you can do. But yeah, this board, you want to there's a Somber 9 square in the bottom right. Honestly, going for that pretty early would be really good, because you also just you can take Rise Hand to Volcano Manor, and that's where you'd get the fastest Somber 7, and that's kind of on the same diagonal. So just having that synergy with just all just getting the big weapon set up with the Somber 9 square on the way, you'll want that. Very, very good. I think it's a little bit fresh. Yeah.
That was a little delayed there for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say they started 17 seconds in.
That was weird. But, anyways, here we are.
Still seems a bit slow, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, no, unfortunately, no grafted Scion rush or on the board at all. Maybe another match. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a long one. I could definitely see this board just going to time for how long it'll take.
Potentially, yeah, depending on how the board's being played and who's going for what squares with potential bingo threats. This might be a 2-hour game.
Yeah,
for sure. I agree. The diagonal isn't horrible though. This diagonal is not bad.
Chat, sit back, relax.
That is not a horrible.
Yeah. I don't think it's considering the board. Yeah, it's really not that bad. I think getting that Remembrance Boss hit list, that top row also being a pretty synergistic board, because grabbing the Cemetery Shades and Spirit Ash plus 4 summon, that's very synergistic, and then one of the bell bearings being on the way to Fia's champions. So if you just have that hitless boss already, then you don't have to worry about that being blocked off. Compared to like the top left to bottom right as well. Yeah, so I'm curious to see kind of the general starting routes. I could definitely just see a lot of item checks, to like weapon checks to get good weapons. On the way to maybe grab the explosive. I would say the explosive physic is definitely one of the earlier bosses here. Or sorry, one of the earlier squares here. So you can go and kill that Erdtree avatar, which gets you to the boss of the tree in their name, and then you could kill. Actually, I think drinking the explosive physic will knock you off Torrent. I was gonna say you could. Yeah, it'll knock you off. I was gonna say you could, like drink it while on Torrent to like finish it off, but yeah, I don't think you can do that. Yeah, both of them actually running to the closer grace to grab the torrent here from Melina, because you don't really need to rush up to gate front. Just a couple second optimization.
Looks like that they're possibly going for the same square though, which is going to be Torrent with Pumpkinhead. It's gonna
Imagine they'll both. Yeah,
they're pretty prepped for it anyways, positioning wise.
Both players having the jawbone axe, able to use it right away. As we saw in the last match, it's not the worst weapon. Like it's something to hit bosses with early on, but I imagine after this square, both of them will kind of slow it down a bit and set up the, just finding weapons, upgrading weapons. Because like if you find a good weapon here, I would just go and get a Somber 9 to Raya's, or take Raya's Hand of Volcano Manor. Killing Godska Noble gets you 50k. You can immediately Memory of Grace, and then you can finish and get the Somber 7 there, and then go for the 8 and 9. And then you'll have that +9 weapon to just. There's a lot of stuff to fight on this board, a lot of stuff to get around the map, so definitely a value board. Looks like CBD is a bit ahead here on the race to beat the Pumpkinhead with just Torrent.
Only by a couple seconds here. Definitely really close though. It definitely comes down to RNG and if they've practiced Pumpkinhead on Torrent, because there are quite a few attacks that you can strafe pretty easily depending on the speed of the horse, which makes it. As you
it's
can
like
see,
Bree's actually catching up. Yeah, with how much damage it's dealing. Although it's got to be careful. Gonna take the heal.
Okay.
Because if you take too many hits, you can get knocked off on Tornado.
CBD
definitely
did get
a lot more damage.
stagger there, so that's definitely on his board. There we go. Grabs
Very close race to the first square. Not the greatest like time loss really, because it's more just race. Whoever gets there get a faster line, kills the boss fastest. We'll get that square.
It is a corner square though, which is pretty powerful. So that's the only thing that I think kind of sucks, is losing a corner square to somebody else. But yeah, not a huge time loss in any way. They're kind of prepped to now get their physic, maybe work towards Dectus if they really want to. With this being a pretty mid to late game heavy board, going for Dectus now might not be a bad idea. Maybe do a little Knight's Cav cheese, have a little bit of extra money, check the shop at Twins, start prepping for that mid to late game. Yeah.
Speaking of shops, the Selin shop selling sorceries, there is the 12 sorceries right above, or 2 squares above the boss on Torrent. I don't think either of them grabbed the Grace. I didn't see Bree grab it. CBD might have. But yeah, if they want to do the learn 12 sorceries, they'll have to go back to Selin. CBD immediately rushing to Weeping Peninsula here. Probably going to get the Cemetery Shades.
Yeah.
And Spirit Ash summons, if I had to guess. Also, there's the trees. There's the Erdtree avatar up there. Bree opting to just do a more typical setup, grabbing the Physic and there's Chimerica Grace, which is a very central Grace because a lot of stuff in Limgrave around it. It's the kind of closest grace to go to Caelid from the west side, and you can also take the Waygate warp to the Beasteel Sanctum. So it's
Actually, I think this is a good play from
grace
Bree,
to
by
get.
the way, is grabbing the Physic Flask, because I think she's rushing Liurnia now, going to go for that Erdtree Avatar and trying to claim that center square, which would be
Getting
really,
explosive
really
physic.
good.
Yeah. I think getting that square and then setting up will be good. We'll check the weapon here. I think is Gargoyle's
Black
Blade.
Blade.
Yeah, the Black Blade. Okay. Which honestly, that's not too bad of a weapon. It's something
It's got
usable.
Wax Cutter, right?
But I can check.
I'm pretty sure it's called Wax Cutter. It's got the Destined Death type of slice.
Yeah.
If I'm not
I
mistaken.
was thinking it was what was it? Gargoyle's Black Blade? I don't know. Either way, I would definitely not really commit to that right away, especially because there's so many items to check on the way to things. You have a weapon to hit an early boss with, such as the Erdtree Avatar. Like in Bree's case, she already has the Physic as well. So just rushing to there. Yeah, you see she's immediately going north to go to Liurnia. Yeah, it does have the Corpse Wax Cutter. Yeah.
Yep. It's going to be interesting to see how long this fight's going to take, though, with a +0 Jawbone Axe.
Yeah, honestly, that Corpse Wax Cutter, it is the Destined Death effect, which is big percent-based damage, and it deals like 10% of their health, because that doesn't heal when the debuff goes away.
Might be bad for Grail, to be
It's
honest.
pretty good. Yeah, I mean, is there Kill Grail without summons? Or without status effects? Okay.
No, but I still
Yeah,
if you wanted to do like Memory of Grace with 50k runes, not a bad option.
That's true. You could just immediately rush that. I feel like with such a late board, I don't think any of the players want to really, I guess, do stuff like that. It's more get that along the way of doing more value stuff. So yeah, it'll be a bit of a slower start, but once I imagine whoever kind of gets set up earlier and with a good weapon will probably end up winning this match. Or at least, be in strong contention for it.
Yeah, I agree. We have CBD here, by the way, going to be grabbing the sleep pot into, I'm assuming, grabbing the Physic Flask afterwards, and then Bree is going to go straight, as we're both guessing anyways. Maybe going down this way, grab the teleporter if she wants to go to the Raya Lucaria Grace, and then go straight for that Erdtree. Grab that Physic tier, and then go straight for Bofa, as my guess, and then do the explosive.
Yeah, that'd probably be the safest option. I think she's going to the other Waygate, the one on the west side.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna go for the one in the ruins, which is like over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you frowning at that? That is a perfect GeoGuessr guess.
Frowning.
Huh?
I wasn't frowning.
You're like.
I was like,
yeah,
a little doubt.
yeah. Okay. But yeah.
I mean, we can see on. Oh, actually, she's not. Oh yeah, there's Rise Hand to Volcano Manor, that diagonal synergy. So I think she's actually gonna go talk to Raya first.
Maybe she's grabbing the Faith Talisman for Ordova's Greatsword to wield it sooner.
That is also a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Purified Ruins now.
Yeah, grabbing that Faith Talisman,
Yep,
I think that will just help, so she doesn't have to sink levels into Faith, but still have a chance at wielding the Ordova's Greatsword, I guess, a little bit sooner. That will help out. And then at some point, I guess, swap over to Radigan's Swordsale whenever she goes for Dectus.
CBD actually taking the warp to the Celia Crystal Cave, I think, or tunnel, that one. Which, yeah, I think he wants to do the Cemetery Shades, so that would be optimal for that. I thought he might go back for the Explosive Physic, because he did grab the Physic, but it looks like he's not gonna. Which is better that he's not going for it, because Bree was already ahead in that. That's better for him.
Yeah.
Grabbing that rot grease.
Rot grease. Grease with the rot. Rot grease.
Yeah.
Grease with the rot.
Is that like from something, or you just?
No,
Rot
okay. You ever
grease,
know
grease
that
with
one? I don't know. It was like a. I don't think it was a vine, but it was like a butter
I mean,
dog.
it sounds like
dog
a
with a
familiar
butter.
meme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was like rot dog, dog with a rot, and then now it's just rot grease. 'Cause-
Rot grease. Okay. Yeah. Just more and more like far removed.
Butter dog. I love that one. It just makes me smile, dude, because the dog just looks so normal. The guy's just pointing at him the whole time with butter on his head. It's such a
Yeah.
good video. It always makes me smile. It always does. It's such a great video. Yeah, it looks like okay.
Yeah.
So actually, CBD going for
Going
the
for the
ladder skip
skip.
here, by the way, and then possibly going into a buffer phase into trying to get ladder skip here again.
Trying to pause buffer the ladder skip with his internet connection.
Yeah, new tech unlocked.
Looks like Bree grabbed that Temple Quarter Grace to come back and maybe grab the Vrya Academy key.
Trying to show us a frame by frame on how to do it.
Yeah, I'm curious if CBD
Let's refresh both of them.
is he actually going into this fight?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. He's rushing this Falling Star Beast for column 3.
I am very surprised. Yeah.
It does have strike damage, so that does help a little bit with this fight.
Yeah, but this is a
it
plus.
plus
He
0.
he does have the rock grease, which I do think he should have put it on before going in, because now you miss a lot of this free damage, and
Yeah.
especially poise damage on the head.
The damage isn't horrible
There you
here.
can just roll, get a charger too. Yeah, familiar.
With Wild Strikes, though, he could definitely get this applied a little bit sooner. He's getting charged R2s off here. One more jumping R2 should actually stagger if he doesn't take too long here.
See what rolls with it here.
There it is. There's
Yeah.
the stagger. Huge. Get some R1s off to proc
Go
that
for
rot
his- for
into a
R1s.
riposte here. That rot is already applied, so this is looking really good for him right now.
Yeah, now he just has to, play it a bit safe. Yeah, I imagine kind of stuck in him right there. That's fine. Bree
And,
also taking on the Urtry avatar
yep.
with the explosive physic at the same time.
Jawbone getting a lot of action today.
Oh yeah, there's always that weird attack where it'll like dig into the ground. Gotta be careful with that one. It's a rare move the Falling Star Beast throws out.
Nice roll by CBD there. That attack is a little fast to react
Yeah.
to sometimes.
Dude, he's showing his familiarity with this boss. I don't think he's gotten hit yet.
And
if
the
he does,
rot
I think
putting
he'll
a
just
lot
die.
of work in too, by the way. That's a
Bree
lot
actually
of
died
rot
to the
damage.
Erdtree avatar.
No.
So that slows her down a lot, trying to get the explosive physic. Fortunately, though, there's
Careful.
a Stake of America right there.
Boom.
Ooh, 2 attack. Twice that guy's done that.
It's gotta be careful here. Roll to the. Yep, there you go. Very nice. Should
Yeah,
get another
you can
stagger
roll.
here
You can actually
soon.
roll with it, but
There it is. Holy
There's the
shit.
stagger.
Well, Nostradamus back at it again. Gets a nice little R2, R1s onto the head here. Repose. And the rot should take
the
care of
rot
the rest.
damage. Yeah, rot damage doing a lot of work in this fight.
There we
Very
go.
solid stuff by CBD. Also gets a Somber 6. If he ever gets to Volcano Manor, you can save probably about like 20-ish seconds of having to go and grab the Somber 6 down kind of where the lava is, and can instead just go up to grab the Somber 5. If you
Yeah.
were going for that Somber 9 weapon.
I mean, he's going for the Somber 5 here. In
But
the
it looks
ravine
like he might
anyways.
just go for the Somber 5 here, yeah.
Very, very nice
Um,
from CBD here. That rot grease really put in like a lot of work. I think at least like 2,000 damage, if not more.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be
The only
very,
Somber
very
7
nice.
available, though, is really the one in the Volcano Manor. Although there are the ones in the sewers, but that's behind 2 Great Runes and DTS and all that. So that would definitely be slower to get to. But either way, still just getting this Somber 5 and 6. So you're recognizing, yeah, it's going to be worth to get an upgraded weapon, regardless of if it's a +9 or not.
And you know what would be really interesting too, by the way, is we haven't seen the twin shop yet. And I'd love to see what weapon options they have, especially
Around
somber weapon
CBD
options.
getting coggers by the worm.
Yeah, oodles and
getting
doodles going
dismounted.
crazy. in
Yeah,
the
you got to be careful with those guys on the. They're so weird, those enemies.
Bree
Wow,
working
yeah.
on the tree, halfway done now. Oh, I do. That
Yeah, watch
attack
the
is so
explosion.
annoying.
Ooh, getting on torrent right there is so risky. That explosion deals a lot of damage, but definitely one shot. That's maybe what she died with the first time. Yeah, this weapon also kind of having a short range, so I could definitely see some of the attacks missing, as we saw yesterday with like the iron balls, you know, just not really hitting the boss that well.
Yeah.
Immediately taking the riposte, yeah. You got to be careful because your avatar sits for a while when being riposted, or when getting like staggered. So we're a little upset that she, you know, got the riposte right away instead of getting some damage. Because yeah, you just want to like hit it a bit.
And should be 2 more charged R2s here, which she should get anyways. 1 more R1. There we go. Erdtree avatar now here for Bree. She can definitely go ahead and look at that center square. Blocks column 3, blocks row 3, blocks the diagonal. That center square is going to put in a lot of work for her. Pretty much the 2 squares that CBD got are almost nullified on effectiveness, which is really, really good for Bree in this case.
Center square always being very valuable because it blocks 4 lines.
Yep.
As well as sets you up for, you know, those lines as well if they're not already blocked.
And as we said before, that diagonal,
2 of which are, but
top left to bottom right.
That top left, bottom right diagonal. Right hand of Volcano Manor, where that Somber 7 is, for the Somber 9. Still need to defeat a Remembrance Boss hit list, which you could do with Rykard. You could... Serpent Hunter's not randomized, right? That's still there. Yeah, correct. So you could definitely just use Serpent Hunter as your weapon. You could... You know, grab the 5 and 6 in the Volcano Manor before you go fight God's Noble, and then after God's Noble, you can, you know, go out, or like grab Serpent Hunter, go out, and then upgrade it to +6 to beat Rykard hitless. Why?
Because it's not the Serpent Hunter is not upgradable. It's coded into where it's not upgradable.
Oh,
so
right.
It, yeah, otherwise it would be a guaranteed somber weapon.
Yes, I knew that. That was a test. I'm glad chat was on top of that. Good job, everybody.
We intentionally made it that way because otherwise people would just rush Volcano Manor and have a guaranteed Serpent Hunter, and that just seemed a bit too stupid. So we have it to where it is available for the Rykard fight, but you can't upgrade it.
Yeah, it is still a good, you know, if you're familiar with the Rykard fight, +0 is still doable. You just gotta be extra careful in phase 1 because there's a lot of attacks, namely the earthquake attack. That'll like do a huge shock. It's hard to dodge. Bree getting the explosive physic, finishing off a boss. A little delay on the marking.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little slow on the marking there. She might have been tabbed out and had to pull up the window again. But it does have that center square though now, which is really good. And it looks like CBD is working towards Cemetery Shades. Yes. This is the Cemetery Shade, I believe, in Weeping.
Getting caught by the fire. And the skeletons!
Spooky, a little bit of bone zone going on in the alcove here.
Yeah, what you can do if you have a bow, you can like kind of jump around the corner and shoot these things at the same time. That way you don't have to wait midway. For like this one, but nah, it doesn't really matter too much. Making his way through.
Making his way down.
Definitely recognize.
Running fast.
Recognizing the value of the row 1 with the Cemetery Shades and Spirit Ash summons. I do think getting this Remembrance Boss hit list is going to be very important though. Yeah. Because that again, those 2 lines, the top left, bottom right, and then just row 1, that top row are just, you know, if there are synergies throughout them, but if the other person just gets the Remembrance Boss hit list, then you just have that cut off.
Another Cemetery Shade fight here, by the way.
We've got to be careful. Doesn't have much for armor on, I don't think. So the bleed buildup is a lot stronger than normal. Gets the backstab, nice. Once you get that backstab,
wow. Very nice. Very
you
nice.
Just wait. Oh, okay, just going for the R2. Oh, yeah, just walking again, very nice. Missed the backstab though, but.
I remember the first time I bumped into these, man. That was actually a nightmare for how aggressive they were.
Yeah, they're scary guys.
First
Fortunately, they don't
cemetery
have much
shade
help.
here for CBD, by the way. Going to grab the second one here in Kaled, which is the other good option because the other cemetery shades, for some reason, have ads. Not ads as in commercials, but ads as in imps or skeletons, and they can be really, really annoying. Especially the one in Liurnia, I believe, has like 4 skeletons that show up with archery. So trying to deal with the cemetery shade teleporting across the room while you've got skeletons shooting at your face, it gets really, really frustrating, really, really fast. So going for the one in Kaled, which is also by itself the same as the one in Weeping, it's just way easier, even though it has a little bit of a higher scaling.
Yeah, you see Bree here going for the Knight's Cavalry. She's just recognizing, yeah, I'm going to need a lot of levels just to use. I think once she gets this, she'll then pivot to the Ordovis Greatsword. As we saw earlier, she grabbed the +5 Faith Talisman to help with a bit of requirements, or just the damage in general with it.
Yeah.
And then just using that as the weapon of choice. But yeah, this killing the Knight's Cavalry by itself doesn't really do much. Or I don't think she's going to do the Memory of Grace with 50k. I think you grab Ordovis's. Oh, she messed up the cheese.
She missed the kukri, or
I think it might have just been a little bit off. Or the Knight's Cavalry. I don't know. Maybe I have to tune in to hear what she's saying about it.
a little bit of brio wing going on. Hold on.
Just not today.
Just not today.
Wiser words have never been spoken.
Just like literally not today. I don't want to deal with this.
Just literally not today.
No, real bird.
Yeah,
That shouldn't have caused
this Knight
it.
Cavalry is always a little rat. Whether you do the quit out strat
Now
to
I'm, like, in a
help
weird
jumps over
spot.
you, or this seems a little bit finicky as well. I figure this is pretty consistent, but I guess if you just
Yeah, this is
Ooh,
where
she also only has 2 Kukri left, so
This is where I
That's
say,
true.
man. This is where I say, just do bridge. Just do bridge. Do the quit outs. You know, just ask for good old, luck. And this
Should be
takes
good.
so long. It really does. I know people.
feel
That
like-
was the exact same.
yeah, I feel
It
like
was
the first jump, like if you get a first jump quit out, especially with no logo mod now that the players use
Yeah.
for quitting out, if you get a first try jump, I feel like it's faster than that because you don't have to wait for it to walk over before you throw the first kukri. Although it is a bit riskier because you do have to like aggro the Knight Cavalry to even like get in the spot in the first place. CBD going into the second Knight Cemetery Shade here, which this one, it's a bit stronger, and CBD hasn't really leveled any health at all, so he's got to be careful. Although gets the good RNG of it just kind of walking forward. Here you can just constantly backstab loop, but it looks like to just be going for the Charger 2s instead.
Always gotta be careful.
Yeah. Ooh, fortunately there wasn't the range on.
There's
yeah,
the snag.
when it unlocks its sword. So, fun fact about the swords
The
that
mantis blades.
those guys can drop, the Mantis Blade. It is the shortest curved sword, but then when you unlock it to make it longer, it actually becomes the longest curved sword, which you kind of saw the Cemetery Shade utilizing there. Just a very deceiving attack with how far that range was. Fortunately, though, that Cemetery Shade is very quick run back with the Stake America respawn.
Yeah. You can't put Sacred Blade on the axe, right? You can only put it on
I don't
swords?
think you could. Yeah, I would assume so. But here, yeah, if you just wait and get up and you just stay behind it, it'll just walk to the side again like it does when it first getting backstab. Good using the pillar there to heal and dodge the projectile. But yeah, you can just backstab loop it if you want to. When you have like this low health, low damage, it's just best to do that. But this is still, like fine to just get a big attack like that. It's big damage. And it throws out another attack to get a backstab. But yeah, it fades out quick, so doesn't
Missed
actually
the
get the
backstab.
backstab. Mm-hmm.
And also, Brina already has the Ordovis Greatsword and is able to wield it, by the way. Has the money now to also upgrade to +4. So, honestly, maybe CBD has 3 squares on the board, but right now, Bree has got a lot of momentum when it comes to prep. She's going to be able to take care of a lot of squares now after upgrading this weapon here.
It's like you can actually put Sacred Blade on a lot of different things, so I'd imagine it would work on that. I'll see
Yeah,
exactly
I
what
mean,
it'll work.
Gino used to do it for Season 1 on the Mace, which apparently was a very common thing then. But, yeah.
Yeah. yeah, it can go on. Yeah, like every weapon class. I'm not gonna read it out because it's actually just like 20 of them. But yeah, it looks like it can be put on like everything, even a flail. So
That's kind of cool.
Reapers, yeah.
All right, so now CBD going to round table, so we get to see the twin shop maybe.
Yeah, CBD realizing I don't really have a good weapon. I think has the Ordovus Greatsword, but doesn't necessarily wanna use that.
He does have the Ordovus Greatsword, yeah, so he could definitely go for that, or maybe there is a better weapon option. Maybe there is a Stormhawk Axe for some reason at Twins, or there is a Bloodhound Fang, or a Dragon Halberd, or
he's just running to Hugh to do something else.
Dragon
or
Scale
just
Blade.
Pivoting out.
Bolt
Bree
of
running
Grand
to
Sex.
Margit here, I think realizing I need to get this Remembrance Boss hit list to block that row 1. Oh, right, he wanted to upgrade the Spear Dash summon.
Ornamental
That's what he was
Straight
going to
Sword.
Roderica for. But yeah, if Bree does this Remembrance Boss hit list, that'll be very good for her top left, bottom right diagonal.
Alabaster
Also,
Sports.
We'll see the damage here if Bree gets a stagger into or just using it straight up. Like, look at that damage. It has that lingering hitbox.
Gotta be careful.
Early roll. Oh wow. Yeah. Fortunately, has a couple levels in health. Nice stagger. Takes the froze. I think she wanted to just do another attack there first, but yeah, not doing the full charged Ordovus Vortex. You don't really need to. But yeah, you see.
I think you get maximum poise damage though if you charge it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it also lingers a bit more and deals a bit of that extra residual damage.
Yeah, I believe the fully charged on that is like 40 plus poise if you fully charge it.
I'm not sure.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
66 poise damage on a fully charged.
Yeah,
that
but you
is a
are
lot.
you're kind of wide open during that whole animation.
Sure,
so
yeah.
If you're able to plan it correctly, it is huge.
Yeah, it wasn't the slowest. Like if Margit does that overhead like slam attack,
Yeah.
you definitely have time to do it.
That's definitely the one I was thinking of too.
Yeah. Margit has a lot of end lag on some attacks, so even though you're vulnerable with the attack, so is Margit a lot of the time.
Yeah. And chat, by the way, open the gates! The gates! Open the gates! You can say it with me, it's okay.
I don't have audio, so just
I don't hear it either. I'm just
yeah.
I'm
That's
going
fair.
with it,
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, does it get ballista
bit of
straight into the chest? Oh,
yeah,
again.
normally they do the typical timing, although at nighttime, plus if you go to like this angle, it can be a very sometimes like they'll go mix up the timings of kind of how the ballistas normally go. She timed the roll normally for how it normally go, but it mixed her up a bit and caught her on the roll. On this, I would assume Breed's gonna do it. Maybe not. No, I don't think she is.
CBD is going for that
you
Spear
can-
Dash +4 now, by the way. He is back in round table. Just started talking to Roderica and back to Hugh. Did those 2 cemetery shades, so he's going to be able to do that +4 Ash summon. But I don't think he has. No, he does actually, because the cemetery shade in Kaled gives you the Kindred of Rot, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if my brain is correct, and I'm linked in with the game itself at a very intellectual level.
Yep, I would agree that you are.
Thank you. Very, very honed in the zone. By the way, dude, I really wish that Hugh was more of a factor in the game, besides just being the blacksmith. Like, he could have been such a cool character because he already has like a cool backstory.
Well, you want to like summon him for like Radagon and like help you out or something?
No,
like...
but like here's the thing, right? If you imagine this, right? Let the final boss be somewhat of a gimmick boss, but like the quest line for Hugh is that you get him different parts from around the lands between, and he actually crafts the godly weapon from those parts, and that you use that as the final boss weapon to actually kill a god.
Instead I feel like
just,
in that's like would be a good thing in like other RPGs, but I just don't see like FromSoft doing that kind of thing, having it revolve around that. They want you to kind of use whatever you want. Also, Bree going into Godric hit list here, or like needs to do this hit list to get the Remembered Square.
At the very case, or at very least, like collecting material, and you get to pick the part, and then it crafted into one weapon. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. Oh, see Bree doing the thing that I was talking about, like hitting Godric on the way up, and then
Oh, careful.
just strafing around to punish.
Definitely has to be careful here.
Has a lot of poise built up. She goes in for yeah. Okay, keep up the poise. Nice. Now if it does the roll forward here, she can get a big stagger.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there it is. I think take the riposte, and then
Should just get one.
just a hit will get him into phase.
Oh!
What the?
That was interesting.
Yeah. So what happened there is I did not expect that to happen. I figured the phase 2 transition happened. So similar to how God's Noble will continue its roll when you interrupt its animation with a stagger or like a sleep or something, Godric continued that. Like he was doing the flip up animation after the spin, and so Bree actually hit Godric in the middle of it and staggered him, and so he's like, no, I still gotta do my flippy thing. Why are you messing it up? And so Bree not actually needing to roll there.
One jumping R2 should kill him here, by the way.
Yeah, I think she wants it. Oh, good RNG. For that attack, you can just run straight up to him, and it's totally fine.
There we go. Very nice for Bree. Very, very nice. CBD currently being on the board 4-1, going to be 4-2 in just a second here. And CBD also now using the Ordorvus Greatsword and going straight for a tunnel here. He's going for the troll, I believe, the Stone Digger troll in Limgrave. Not sure
Bree grabbing the
why is there? Oh, tunnels and precipice. That's why.
Yeah, there is 2 tunnels and precipice. I don't, because Bree didn't grab that Sound Grace, right? So if she wants to get that top left, bottom right diagonal, she's gonna need to learn 12 sorceries. And that having that Selenax is gonna be, very important. But she opted to just dip and go elsewhere. Yeah, this guy is gonna be light work. Gonna be staggered with that. Yeah. Ooh.
Also, one thing that I learned watching some other players is that also the head of the troll is very, very susceptible to just like being staggered if you hit him in the head. It's like a mini stagger. Pretty much.
Yeah. He kind of gets like dazed from hitting him in the head. It's not like an actual stagger where you can take the riposte. You just go.
Yeah, exactly. You want to do that again?
No, I'm good. Yeah, looks like I wonder if Bree got the key. You don't actually need the key if you want to take Raya's hand to Volcano Manor. Curious why she's actually going into the academy.
Just maybe faster.
Oh, probably just to take the gates. I think she already grabbed EG, so it's actually faster to just go north around and jump over the gap.
Okay.
Kind of by Carrion Manor to go to the Dectus Medallion. She's actually going into the academy, so never mind.
What? Imbued sword keys, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, there's that. There's also the Renal after she summons all 4. So maybe just prioritizing that.
Yeah.
Maybe not even just going for that top left, bottom right diagonal. Maybe just doesn't see it, or it simply just doesn't care and just kind of going for more of a majority.
Or maybe it goes to Volcano Manor through Raya Lucaria instead for the Sombra 9, rather than giving away Altus access information with taking Raya's hand to Volcano Manor. That might be something as well, where she does see the diagonal, but is kind of delaying grabbing Raya's hand. Maybe goes for Sombra 9 instead, and then goes for Raya's hand. That way you don't kind of indicate a possible race for Sombra 9, if that makes sense.
Can you take Raya's hand if you've been to Volcano Manor? I don't think you can.
I'm not 100% on that. I think yes, because you don't actually access the room with Tanith, and she takes you to Tanith. So you could go to Volcano Manor through the Virgin Abductor area and still take Raya's hand. But if you talk to Tanith without Raya, then you don't. But if you're just getting
gunned down in broad daylight by the marionettes, you gotta, in that path, you gotta like wiggle back and forth to dodge that if you hear the bows starting to shoot. But yeah, I mean, relearning it the hard way.
I always get shot in the heel when I run up there.
Yeah. taken out like Achilles. So yeah, CBD with a solid lead square wise looks like he's going to do taking Rai's hand to Volcano Manor. Doing the quest to give her back her necklace so that she moves to Altus. I don't believe he does have Altus access though. Actually just killing him to get the necklace.
I don't know. This is a good idea. Like, but Brogard can be really tough to deal with.
It's better to just spend 1,000 runes to get the necklace if you're going
got
for that.
the
Or if
money.
he just wants to get the iron ball, or it's a random weapon drop. Yeah, it's not iron balls.
I believe, yeah.
Okay.
But even
Yeah,
then,
I mean, fist weapons in general are like pretty good. Ooh,
yeah,
no
but why would
stamina.
you have
Oh,
Ordova's greatsword though? Why would you? You know what I mean?
Maybe just not a fan. Yeah, I don't know.
Because he
I mean,
has
if
the
you get
money.
something like Star Fists, then it's like that's crazy good. Also, he needs to heal here one of these times when he backs off, because I feel like he's just gonna get
yeah, like
he's gonna get
one of those punch
ran
combos,
down.
he's out.
Should be good though. Good to not hastily trade there.
Yeah, I didn't know they put Street Fighter 6 in Elden Ring. That was close.
And he secures the Veteran's Prosthesis, which it is lightning damage. It's
something.
a somber weapon, but it's not that strong compared to some other things.
It's something.
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it has the like kind of the fist weapon, like the claw attack range, so you get the extra range. The Ash of War is actually pretty good on it, but you know, we'll see if he decides to use it or not.
Kind of a waste of time, if I'm being honest. I think you should just spend 1,000 runes, get through the dialogue. Maybe he assumed it would have been faster killing him, but then realized that maybe Brogart just had more resistance or something.
Oh wait, he actually didn't go to Raya first. He just had the full dialogue of initially talking to her too, I think. So he had to kill him for the necklace, because he won't
Right.
sell the necklace unless you've talked to Raya.
Yep. You trying to start
Yeah.
something? That's what he says.
America's tits. You must be hungry. Sorry.
Nah, you're
It
good.
had
You're good.
to. CBD going to, I think, grab the Dexus medallions now to get to Altus access to take Raya's Hands Volcano Manor. Bree, I think maybe grabbing some sorceries. Yeah, it looks like
Looks
giving
like it.
some money to our good man Thops here.
Grabs.
Oh yeah, and these
three
are all
of them.
random too, so it's 3. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, you get Starlight for the 1 extra, but yeah, that's 3. That makes Thops like actually way more valuable in this randomizer.
Did she grab the book, by the way, that's nearby in the grave?
I don't think she did.
Looks like she's going to
So
be
now
running
realizing
to
doesn't have the Selling
Selling
Grace.
now.
Yeah.
But that looks like, so she does see the diagonal at the very least. She does see the diagonal. She already has Raya Lucaria. She's got the elevator for Volcano Manor. And she just has to get stone swords now for +9.
She hasn't done Raya's quest at all though, and CBD's
Right.
that's his main objective right now, getting Raya's Hand of Volcano Manor.
Yep.
And he already has the Sombers 5 and 6, so I think he also just wants to get that Somber 9 square, because right now Column 5 and Row 5 are completely open, so getting that corner square blocks the bingo line that Bree is currently going for, plus like blocks those two. And when you're in like the majority lead like this, getting those blocks is very valuable.
Yeah, I don't think Bree even has Altus access yet, right? She didn't get the full Dectus. So...
Yeah, I mean, she can
Right.
go through Volcano Manor.
No,
to
she
get to
does
Altus,
have...
but
I think
to
she
get
has
to the
Fort Pharaoh
quest,
Dectus, but I
yeah.
don't think she has Fort Height Dectus. I don't think she's gone for that one yet.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't paying attention enough. Oh wait, they actually share the same spells. It looks like. Thops
There are
and
some
Selin.
duplicates, yes. She's got to be
Yeah,
careful that
okay.
they're not duplicates. Because it says
Yeah.
12 different sorceries, so they have to be
Mhm.
unique.
Yeah, that's a way to do it. I figured they were just randomized within the pool, but they're actually randomized to what they initially are. So Thops and Selin still share spells. Is that right?
Yes, they can. Also, some of the
Okay.
books, too.
Well, like they always do, or it just random to
Random.
potentially do it. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
That's why honestly, if you go for the square, I would say that it's always worth grabbing both books, too.
Yeah, yeah. Because they're close by the teachers as well. Ooh, CBD messing up Silly skip. It's a very finicky skip.
I hate this skip.
I see everyone do this setup of like jumping back onto it and then jumping off. I personally don't like that one. I personally like just jumping to that from the other kind of side of the railing. It's hard to describe, but
Does get up there though.
falling down in that crevice, there's like a ledge, so you're fine. But yeah, gets up through the silly skip. Bree, I think, realizing she's short on money and spell, is going to grab this spell book here. She did get through Raya Academy. There's a scroll there, on the way to Red Wolf by the
Yeah.
Schoolhouse
to the
Classroom
left.
Grace. Yeah.
Yeah. Past the Burger King guy with the sword.
Yeah.
It is kind of interesting, I feel like, for Raya Lucaria having mages that are purely melee. I think that's kind of fascinating that they have two options. The ones that cast a bunch of the stupid glintstone shards, and then you also have the ones that have the Lazuli blade, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, the glintstone Lazuli blade.
Yeah,
Lazuli.
and like that's all they have. They don't have any type of ranged casting. I wonder if like there's any kind of lore reason behind that, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe they're just too dumb to cast spells, so they instead just use magic weapons. TV grabbing, I believe, the second for medallion. Bree getting this sorcery square, even if she doesn't get the diagonal, this still blocks two bingo lines that CBD is currently able to build towards. Mainly column 2, already has 2 there.
Mm-hmm.
But also blocks off that row 2, and kind of threatens CBD to do those diagonal squares. But CBD is already building towards those. If he gets Raya's hand, then he's also, not only is he blocking off a line for Bree, but he's also building towards the column 4 and row 4 bingo lines.
Kind of
Which
interesting
aren't
that
too
Bree
bad.
ported to first step, by the way, and then ported back. I wonder what she's reconsidering. She's going straight for Red Wolf, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. She's going for the secret room
Getting
here.
because there is this is Comet in this chest normally, but now it's being reduced. I think that's going to be your 4, 9, 10, 11. That's 11, or it's 12. Just kidding. I can't see with the camera. I imagine she counted that correctly.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was 11 too. I'll be honest.
I mean, they're if it's the wrong amount, that'll be dealt with. But then she goes into Red Wolf. Thinks she realizes, I should probably go for this Renala square, or just killing Red Wolf to then do imbued sword keys to start getting some presence in that column 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Wolf being a little rat, more like rat or red rat of Radagon.
It's definitely good for CBD too, by the way, that he's been working towards Raya Lucaria and then sees that she's going for that diagonal, so it kind of like confirms his suspicions.
Yeah. You're just playing it safe, just opting to back off and heal instead of trying to be risky. Nice, finishing off the Red Wolf. But yeah, you see the Order of his Greatsword isn't really that crazy of damage just by itself. But the L2 is what's deals like a lot more of the damage. But Red Wolf is so agile and jumps around all the time, so it's hard to get a time where you get a hit of that off, or like a full, especially a fully charged one.
And a lot of the good squares, by the way, are starting to vanish off the board. At some point, only the really unfun ones are going to be left over, and I'm really wondering which ones they're going to prioritize when it comes into that. Margaret Moog's Shackle is not super fun. Goronk, What else do you have? Rykard's Great Rune. Those are just annoying to deal with because there's a lot of work behind it. Moog Sewers, VS Champions.
Definitely those two are probably the slowest ones to get to.
Yeah.
Although the Margits and Moog Shackle, like Moog Shackle kind of being on the way to Sewer Moog, it's in the general area, also helps you with that fight. Just being able to get 2 free staggers on him. Although Dova's Greatsword isn't that great against Moog, because Moog has high holy resistance, as do a lot of bosses. I think it's 40.
So yeah, it looks like that CBD will be getting this Take Raya's Hand to Volcano
40.
Manor, by the way. And also Bree doing the same thing. Has the money, but goes for the kill.
I think she didn't talk to Raya yet. So again, just
killing
him
to faster. It's just weird, because normally that's never the case. Normally people talk to Raya first because they come from Godric, Limgrave, and they go through, so they always talk to Raya first and then go to Brogart. So seeing the reverse happen of them taking the teleporter, so they skipped past Raya and then having to reverse back, they have to go for the kill instead to make up that time.
Yeah. Something I also noticed, it's going to be a little bit of a nerd moment, and Brie will forgive me for picking on her for it. The torrent running, when you press B, you know how you get, that's when you go full speed and you get like the dash and like the kind of the wind effects are on you.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people in the league, and just people in general, just mashing B to thinking that either just not knowing that that's actually a bit slower than spacing it out, or just doing it because it seems faster. If you just mash B, not only is it slower, slowing you down, like that startup animation, spamming that is a bit slower. You see Bree just kind of doing that all the time. But if you're in combat, it just eats away your stamina way more.
Yeah.
So the optimal way to do it is if you press B kind of every 4 gallops, right? You basically want to refresh the wind effect that's kind of streaking by right as it ends. It's kind of like every 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. But most players kind of just mash whatever from what I've seen, and it's just something that bothers me a little bit, just seeing that.
No,
especially
fair.
It mainly matters when you're in combat, because it just chunks your stamina away every time you press B, and it just goes away in a second, and then you just can't sprint. So it's just better spaced out. It's better to, if you're a little late to pressing B, it's better to have it be later, like every 5 or something like that. But mashing it is inefficient.
Yeah, no, I got you. That's super fair.
But yeah, Bree looks like she still needs. Oh, CBD actually just took Rise Hand of Volcano Manor, so Bree sees that. She was on her way to get the dex down. It looks like. I think she still will go for it just to have the Altus access.
Yeah.
Hitting that wall there distracts the bats inside to have them be like, "Oh, what was that sound?" So that you can kind of just run through this a lot more consistently without them aggroing to you or throwing more poison at you. Just makes it way easier. 1 or 2 will still kind of there, but 99 times out of 100 you won't get hit running through there.
I mean, I don't even think you have to aggro them. Even if you just run through, they don't really.
Yeah, you can, but it makes it more consistent, especially to not get poisoned as you're kind of going up the ladder.
Right.
Yeah, Bree not grabbing the Radagon Sword Seal, because at this point in the game, kind of every second matters for a lot of stuff. CBD missing the Raya Lucaria skip. Unfortunate. Looks like he's going. So he already took Rise Hand to Volcano Manor, so he has Volcano Manor access, but doesn't necessarily. Ooh, missing it again, running off a bit too early there. I'm curious how he's not just going for God's Noble. Maybe he wants to go for that Renala Square / the Imbued Keys.
What is Bree grabbing here? She's going for the demi-human chiefs, it seems like.
There is the duo trio bosses.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, with Putrid Crystallian Trio on row 4, column 3, which would also block one of CBD's bingo lines. Also, the duo trio blocking another one of the bingo lines. So, that's good recognition by Bree to just kind of opt for, just getting some squares. Now that she got the bingo line she's going for blocked, CBD actually opting to not do the skip anymore. little bit of again that skip is pretty finicky.
Guess the first
Bree doing
demi-human
light
chief
work
down.
of the demi-human chiefs. Yeah, you see having like a strong weapon going back to these
we go.
bosses. Like, oh, this is
Boom,
gonna
boom, boom,
destroy
boom.
it. Yeah,
And
that
then
staggered
right up
it
the
too.
pooper.
Oh, yep. Easy kill on the demi-human chief there. And these guys can be kind of annoying. They can still aggro to you, even after the kill, for a little bit like that. But then you just kind of gotta give them some space, and they'll walk out.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I think she's gonna be rushing.
Yeah, Bree going straight to Volcano Manor, I think.
No, I think she's gonna be grabbing
Oh.
actually the crystal darts here. No, she's looking for the crystal darts.
Yeah, crystal darts
Going
are
for the
in...
watchdogs.
Yeah. Oh, okay. just kill the old
Starts
man.
just going on an absolute genocide run here, killing
Yeah,
everything.
that's where the crystal darts are. Yeah, yeah. So the watchdog duo, very fast second duo to do.
I wouldn't even do this though. Like it doesn't seem like really worth it.
Well,
I'd rather
it
go for
builds
pumpkin
towards
heads.
Erd Tree, or like the tree boss, as well. That square.
Yeah, but I
gives you
mean, you go for Pumpkinhead
cross
Duo,
training.
which is on the way to Peachy Crystalline Trio instead. You take Pumpkinhead Duo, jump across the
Well,
gap.
she already has Fort Feroth.
Right, but
So
I
you
mean,
just go there
I don't
instead.
know. I don't know. I would go for Pumpkinhead. It's
I think
faster.
that's again, it's a line, but this yeah, getting to Pumpkin Doom may be faster,
The
but
fight's faster too.
this builds towards another square, so like that's why she's opting for that.
I guess. I don't know. In this case, being 3 squares behind, I would take optimization and try to like force quicker fights instead. Personally, but that's
Well,
how
then you're never really gonna catch up, because if you're only going for like 1 square at a time, the person who's 3 squares ahead of you can also just do that and win. You got to be playing to build multiple things for a comeback, especially when it looks like it's going to be going for a majority thing here.
I mean, depends
Like,
on the positioning,
yeah.
but yeah, on the board.
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah. It very much depends on how. Again, it's not too much of a gap right now. Like 6-3. If it was like a 3 square gaps, a like 10-7, then that's way different, and you do kind of need to rush those squares to get them to, and hope that you're blocking your opponent. But when it's early like this, I think it's you kind of got to build up towards both.
Also, the big problem for CBD here, by the way, is that he's rocking a +0 Dova's Greatsword. He hasn't even upgraded
Yeah, I
this
think
yet,
this
so
isn't even upgraded. Yeah.
this fight's really slow compared to how it normally would go. He should get a stagger here soon. He's gotten some charged R2s off. I think a couple more R1s
I think
should
it
do
rebuilt its poise, but
There it is.
oh, there it is. Okay, and he has to make sure to step away. Oh, actually, just going for a hit
Yeah.
instead. I think it's especially with the 1.10 update, that boosts like critical attacks by a lot. I don't know how much exactly, but it feels like 50%, like at least. Maybe it varies per boss. I don't know. I haven't done that much testing with it. I just feel like it's always worth it to take a riposte now.
There's the jump
on a
attack.
boss.
No, I agree. I think the riposte here is way better and more efficient. Especially because, like,
Although
for some
it
bosses,
is
it's
tricky
not,
on
because,
this
like,
boss.
Magma Worm, for example, if you riposte, the recovery frames are insane. Like, you can wait, I think, like, 4 to 5 seconds before you can actually start attacking Magma Worm again. For Red Wolf, if
Yeah,
you
that's
riposte,
to like fully stand back up.
yeah, for Red Wolf, it's if you riposte, you can attack right afterwards. Same with like Gorong, for example, or Beast Clergyman / Malekith.
With the Magma Worms though, because it takes longer for them to stand up, what you can do is just exhaust all your stamina hitting its head, and then take the riposte with like no stamina left.
Yep.
And then when it is standing up, you refill your stamina to help. So that's kind of a way to counterbalance it. Bree activating the switch and then dying, which is what you're gonna do anyway to get back. She was trying to Memory of Grace out, but the imps doing imp things.
Yeah.
I think CBD is actually now going to EG to get those upgrades. He has the Somber 5 and 6, so he can just get a
+6 going. Which is gonna be huge.
yeah, I don't think he actually has enough money to buy Sombers 1 through 4, so he might have picked up Oh, he did grab the Somber 4 in the Falling Star Beast Cave.
Maybe a Somber 3 as well in Raya Lucario because he went through the door. He can grab the 3 behind the altar. I'm not sure if he did.
I don't know if he did either. Yeah.
But he could have definitely done that and saved himself a lot of money. Just grab 1 and 2, and then he should be good to go pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like I saw Bree do that, but I'm not sure. Either way, we'll see here in a moment how much you can upgrade. Bree going into the duo fight, the Crystal Darts. And opting to control the sword. Oh, you gotta, yeah, just throw 5. You can do 4, but 5 of them, like you have to be very fast with 4. I think I could be wrong on that. Either way, just spam it until they.
I always throw 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oh, the damage, yeah, the stagger onto the Watchdog. Ooh, and it gets a magic damage.
A little bit of 180 there.
There. Oh, I wasn't watching what level he upgraded the.
Oh, a little bit of an early roll.
Yeah, the attack is annoying.
You start rolling as soon as it hits the top of that.
Big damage.
That top of that charge up. As soon as it hits the top and starts coming down, that's when you roll.
Stagger.
Like whoop, roll.
Yeah.
Roll. You know.
That's a little bit of weird timing though. Yeah, so much. Bree getting her second duo/trio boss, and I imagine, right to Fort Pharaoh to go beat Future Crystalline Trio, which I imagine she'll beat very quickly because of the Ordovis's Vortex poise damage. Like just one full charge L2 of that will stagger for sure.
Yeah, that's actually really true. This weapon is going to be huge versus the Crystallians overall. So that should be a really fast fight compared to what we have seen in previous matches. So this will at least push Bree into 5 to 6 when it comes to squares. And CBD going to go for that Renala after she summons all 4 spirits, I believe.
Yeah. They actually have 70 poise, so a fully charged L2 that won't stagger in one go, but it'll definitely deal a lot.
So one fully charged into an R1.
Yeah. CBD will be going for this Renala summoning all 4
nice RNG
spirit
too.
Summons.
Oh, a little too early.
Yeah, it looks like his weapon's +6 based on this damage.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be able to one-cycle it because...
I would go for another Ash of War. He should have been spamming Ash of Wars, I think, compared to doing charged R2s, just for that lingering damage effect.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have been enough to one-cycle, but it would have been a bit more damage, I think.
Yeah, I think he could have at least gotten 3, because you can get the one when she falls down, do it again, and then by that time she's probably already floating back up.
Yeah. I imagine for phase 2, you could jump in R2 and then get a fully charged L2, and that would just stagger her right away.
Oh, the lock-on kind of screwed him over there, though. Beautiful.
He's good, though. Into phase 2. Let's see if he does that opener that I was thinking would work.
Jumping R2. Very nice.
Yeah.
This should actually stagger her. There it is.
Yep.
Goes for the stagger, or goes for the repose too.
That'll immediately get her into phase 2 to summon.
So much damage. Yeah, make sure not to kill her, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's good to deal damage, but oh yeah, well that attack is always whack.
There's the first summon. Good old dogs. Bark, bark, woof, woof. Summon dog. Dog with a summon.
Yeah. This man loves his butter dog.
Butter dog.
Butter. Renala not actually summoning anymore. You gotta get close in. There's the troll.
Very
or
nice.
the Oathsworn Giant. An alternate name.
So
that is 2 for 2 on like the differences.
2 for?
The moon attack coming out. Gotta strafe that.
Yeah, this is I thought this was a safe for work type of stream, but we have getting fully mooned by Renala right now.
Yeah. Bree actually in the Future Crystalline Trio fight as well. CBD's just having to wait for Renala to summon, and it's just RNG. There goes the Bloodhound Knight.
So it just
this Bloodhound Knight, how you get him to phase away? Yeah, he did the follow-up when he does the dash attack and then does the swipe slam like follow up. If you have to be in front of him to do the follow up. Oh, Bree actually dies at the trio.
Bree just got
Where's
spin to
America?
wind by Ringblade.
Yeah, that can happen. Speaking of spin to win, oh my god, CBD almost got spun to win by the staff. But yeah, if you're in front of the Bloodhound Knight summon as it does the dash forward and then does that, that'll have him do the follow up. Which if it does the follow up, then it'll backstep and disappear and go away. So if you're ever thinking like, oh, the Bloodhound Knight never goes away, it's because you got to be in front of him for that after that dash attack follow up.
Yeah.
Or after that attack for him to do the follow up to then fade.
Dude,
a lot of these bosses are triggered by an attack or some of them are triggered by a specific attack to
there it is. Nope, that's a
and
troll.
then like disappear. Yeah,
Dude,
so
CBD
that's
being trolled
2
so
copies. Yeah, being trolled so hard. Good one, Dom.
Hey, you know
you're
what?
fucking
It's my
right.
job.
And
Another
another clone
again. No dragon.
Yeah. Again, the controversial RNG square is coming to play with just having to be at the mercy of the boss.
This square is
Another-
definitely dragging on.
Sorry. Bree a bit close to the ring knight again. Oh my god, almost got.
This is definitely probably the worst RNG I've ever
low-key.
seen for Ronaldo, though. I'll be honest.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. This is like
This is horrible.
it's like 6 or 7 summons and still no.
Another.
Oh,
This
no,
is
all
3
4.
moons, by the way.
Yep, moon.
This is crazy. This is
Yeah, you
so
kind of got to
dumb.
get in close to.
There it
beta to
is.
summon
Come on.
more a little bit.
Dragon.
Yeah,
There, it is.
There it is.
Boom.
Nice. And now Sudi doesn't really have to be careful in this case, but the summons will linger. So if if they throw out an attack at you, especially the dragon can like jump up and do the 3 flaps and then slam down on you.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful to not actually die to that after you've killed Renala.
All right, there we go. That's 2
Bree.
putreds down for Bree here.
Yep.
Last one being the staff one. Probably I would say the easiest.
Yeah,
Because it just
definitely
stands there and tries to cast something. You can just backstab it every single time, stopping it from doing anything.
Yeah, and then it's probably gonna break its poise. You already got an R1 in. And then just do R1s or just spam crouch R1s to preserve your stamina.
Yep. Very nice here. I would go for the riposte,
Dagger actually.
to be honest. For the 1.10 riposte damage, it's gonna be nice. Might as well.
Yeah. Opting
But,
to just press the R1 button. It's pretty similar.
There we
It
go.
doesn't really matter.
And that's 2
Gets the
squares
Putrid
for
Sicilian
Bree.
and Duo Trio boss, and now Bree is only down behind by 2 squares now, and that also blocks off 2 of CBD's lines.
She just needs to block
Um,
column 5 here, and that's going to be then majority for Bree in this case.
Yeah, majority for, I guess, both players.
Yep. They
Or
both only have
well,
column
Bree
5
could
ability.
get Bree. I mean, if Bree gets column 5, she could still get a column 5 bingo. Column 5 is still completely open.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. But
Um,
for both players, column 5 is the only option
Yeah,
left.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Doesn't actually. CBD's trying to run through Volcamare. Didn't talk to Tana for the key yet.
Okay, and Bree going
Um,
for tree bosses now.
Yeah, she already has the one from Urchi Burial
Watchdogs.
Watchdogs.
Yeah. Interestingly, she's going for that. So I
Ooh,
think she
barely
might already
straight
be
back.
in the
That was-
majority mindset here.
Yeah,
Maybe trying to force also
I think
30
she was trying to get
faith.
the 30 faith.
Yeah.
Yep, because they both have they're both going for these faith weapons. Now,
That's true.
obviously neither player knows what the other person goes for in terms of their weapon, but it didn't really seem like there was another solid weapon choice. And I think Bree is still only at +4. Nice dagger interrupts that
Very
attack.
nice move
Makes
there.
it fast. So that's 2 tree bosses, I believe, with Bree. Maybe I'm forgetting. Just kidding. That is 3. She killed that avatar at the start for the explosive physic.
Yes.
The Tree Burial Watchdogs, which it is a duo, but that only counts for 1 tree boss.
Going for the second Tree Burial Watchdog, though, here.
Yep. And that'll be her 4th tree. Or 5th. Maybe I'm missing one, but
Very cool, though. Very nice. So this will be then 6 to 7 once she gets this boss. And right now, CBD in Altus. What is he going for here? Maybe going for Magnus from his positioning. I think he might be going for the Magnus square.
Yeah, getting the bloody fingers from the merchant, and then
yeah,
doing the Magnus invasion. I also think I feel like getting the Somber 9 would be very huge for either player because you can just Memory of Grace God's Noble's runes right away. Because you get 50,000 from killing God's Noble. And you can use sleep pots on it because there isn't the you're getting kind of trolled.
You know, honestly, in this case, by the way, I think it would be better for Bree if she went for the Watchdog in Altus because there is still Grave and Ghost Gloveward Bell Bearings. So getting that Watchdog in Altus for that Bell Bearing would be a little bit more effective. Trying to keep the momentum up. She could still go for it.
That for her 5th.
Yeah, right. She still has one more to do anyway, so she could definitely do that. That might be on her mind. I don't know. And CBD, yeah, I believe he's going for Magnus in this case. He's already over at Windmill Village. Then he'll go straight over to the ruins. I guess he already has the fingers.
I forgot that is called Windmill Village. I was like, we're talking about One Piece all of a sudden. Anyway, yeah, Bree going into her 4th tree boss.
Any ayayas?
Yeah, I call it Dominua because it's Dominua Windmill Village, and that's just in my head. Like,
Nah, you're good. You're good. It's a nice stagger here from Bree, by the way. You should be able to kill the Watchdog one. Oh, gets slapped in the face.
Get out of here, the Watchdog says, but then Bree says no. He swiftly deals with that enemy. And where's she?
Invasion time. Is
Magnus invasion. I feel like this L2 is actually going to be pretty good against this guy. He might dodge the first hit, but like the lingering hitbox.
Ooh, yeah, that was risky.
This does poise through it though, but yeah, with that little of a health bar, very risky. Also, I don't know how many Bloody Finger CBD bought, but that one merchant only has 5, I think. Yes. Yeah, or 3. I believe it's 5.
The one at Fort Hyde has 5. The other one at Liurnia, I believe, has 3. And then also Vare gives you another 5.
Yeah, Magnus it's very hard. If I was CBD, I would definitely just kind of bait out his attacks and then just go in with like a running R1 over and over.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing that, especially for NPC fights, running R1s or running R2s are, for some reason, is really hard for the NPCs to react to. For the most part, from what I've noticed. So that's a very easy way to kind of deal with NPCs and punish them for their attacks. But I wouldn't go for the running R2 in this case because
it is a bit slow.
It doesn't roll catch as easily as the R1 does.
Yeah, the R1's he tried to hit Magnus in the wall. Magnus like, nah, I can do that too, buddy.
I think he got Lion Claw there too. That was nuts.
Yeah, the Lion Claw. You got to be very careful with the Lion Claw. There's very few things that can knock like Magnus out of that Lion Claw. And same with just players in general.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can't like poise hit him. It'll just power through and just kill you with it.
Yeah, I think he has one
Magnus
more finger here.
Yeah, definitely gotta play it safe.
And honestly, I think Bree just got Alta's access, by the way. She just was at Fort Height. Just got the other half. So just now she's able to actually access Alta's. At an hour and 10, that is a little late to have Alta's access. Oh. That's pretty late into the la.
He doesn't jump. I think he might be out of fingers now. Yeah, this is a lot of time for Bree to kind of get more of a footing to kind of get to bite back with some of these squares.
I do wonder, like, why did he pick Magnus?
Yeah, he's out.
Because like column 5 is still
it gives
open.
Oh no, he already has a Somber 5 though.
6.
Or a 6, yeah. One of the two. It drops. The Magnus gives a Somber. I think it's Somber 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Somber 6.
So that would be one guess. It's not like there's Moog Lord of Blood, it's Sewer Moog that's there. So instead, just going for Volcano Manor now.
Yep. Going for the
maybe
Rykard's
to-
Great Rune potentially.
Yeah, that plus, the Somber 9 weapon and the Memory of Grace 50k from God's Noble.
Yep.
He is at pretty low health, but he did pick up the Sleep Pot recipe. Sleep Pot recipe plus the L2 attack with the +6 Ordovus Greatsword are going to be very strong. And he doesn't have to spend the time running through and grabbing the stones now because he already has the upgraded weapon.
And it looks like Bree is definitely making that play, by the way, of going to Altus and having that Watchdog with the Grave Glovewort Bellbearing be her last tree boss, and then maybe go for Radon afterwards to get the other square on top of that. And then she can use the Radon money to get 30 Faith. And we'll have access to Fios Champions.
Yeah. And that'll be two great runes to get in the capital for Sewer Moog.
And
if
we'll
it comes
be in
down to that.
Kaled for the Imbued Sword Key.
And in the sewers, there's the Moog Shackle, so that was required.
And she can grab Somber 5 from the Ravine in Kaled. Or Somber 5 at Radon.
And Underground is where the Ancestor Spirit is. That's a square. Maybe you already said that. I wasn't paying that much attention, though.
You're good. Hey, don't worry. It's fine.
Being in Kaled for Garank as well. He's chilling. But having the Third Church America Grace is basically the same as having that one. So, yeah, Bree still needs that 5th tree square.
Yeah, I think she's going for that Watchdog. That would be the smartest move, and I think she's definitely trying to have that twofer.
Mm-hmm. Builds that Bellbearing, yeah. Probably then go for Radon and get that.
That would be my play, too, because then at the very least you're starting to create some presence on column 5, and you block every single bingo for CBD on top of that.
Yeah, although the synergy that CBD is coming across here with the Rykard's Great Rune, 50k runes, if he does Memory of Grace, the Noble, and then Somber 9.
Yeah.
Having that Somber 9 also just helps you
with everything else.
Smart to grab the shortcut. It's pretty risky going in with this low health. Good to not have a Noble incident. Like some people have.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting that synergy is good, whereas in Bree getting the Bellbearing like Radon and Fifia's champions isn't as good necessarily. I mean, it gets you runes as well. Like if you do Radon, you can Memory Grace 50k.
Sleep Pot time.
Yeah, Sleep Pot. Going for Charger 2 is not going for the Vortex.
I think because you don't want to, you want to still have some more damage with Poise buildup. You don't want to rush the staggers because you only have so many sleeping pots. And if you go for the L2 into one R2, you're really going to stagger, and that's maybe not have as much damage output to push him towards that half health.
Yeah,
that's what I would do. I think the Charger 2 is definitely a better call here.
Well, he's gonna do the transition here now. Oh, just barely missed it. Nice. Okay, puts him to sleep. Very good. Ooh, okay. Very nice timing there.
Oh, wow. Already has the stagger. I would go
Staggered.
for another R1 there. Oh, too late.
So here, immediately throw a Sleep Pot, and as he does the phase transition, he'll come down.
Oh, a little bit of an
early
roll,
little early
though.
on that roll.
Should be fine.
But,
fine.
plenty of time. Should... I guess that works.
You could even he could L2 here.
Yeah.
But I think that repose should kill him.
CBD knows what he's doing. He's got that unlocked. Sleep Pot to make God's Noble pretty easy, and that's why the bingo square for it. No status effects.
Yeah.
Originally it was just kill God's Noble, but that was too easy.
I think it evolved. It was
nerfed.
at first it was kill God's Noble, then it was kill God's Noble without bleed, and then it was kill God's Noble without status
sleep.
effects.
No, without sleep.
Was it without sleep?
Then,
okay.
And then it was without any status effects. Yeah. Or I think it was changed to sleep or bleed. I wonder why. Who got that to be nerfed over and over again.
Nerfed or buffed? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the square being buffed, the strat being nerfed of just spamming Volcano Manor. CBD making his way through to Rykard now. Or probably just grabbing the Somber 7.
Did CBD just level? Oh, yeah, went for 30 Faith. He got the 30 Faith instead.
Oh, yeah, he got 30 Faith. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely very viable. I think that's
Probably
probably
better.
safer to get. Yeah, but at least that makes it easier for Bree to decide. Okay, once I get 50k or levels or like runes that I maybe level up with normally, can instead just burn them instead of thinking, oh, do I level the 35th here or not? So
Yeah.
making it through, gotta get this nice. Okay, the knight buffed instead of just going for an attack.
Oh, nice roll.
Now
I
here
mean,
she can just die or Memory of Grace out and gets Memory of Grace, which is much faster compared
Very
to
nice.
dying.
Yeah,
CBD
so
running through, if
CBD's
you're
kind of
running
set
that-
up pretty well here for Somber 9 and Restore a Great Rune. But also, restoring Rykard's Great Rune does take a lot of time. That's at least 4 minutes
Yeah,
of time consumption. Getting
Yeah.
to the tunnel, clearing it, killing the boss, getting into the tower, getting all the way up to the top of the tower, and then claiming it. That's going to be a huge time sink.
looks like CBD's opting to go for the Somber 7 first.
Yeah.
And then maybe just not even coming back here to kill Rykard. Because, again, as you said, restoring it is so far. Because you have to go through so much extra running in Altus. And also, once you're out of here, you have to run all the way back through to get back to Rykard to fight him. Like, you can't really get back up to there's no, like, grace, to before Rykard. Besides the audience pathway, which is only a one-way warp. Like, from that way gate, you can't go back through.
Yeah. Which is really fun when you're doing a fog randomizer and you end up in the cave and you're like, hey, cool, it's a dead end.
Yeah.
I found a room.
There is a setting on that to like put some convenient graces for stuff like that, but
yeah. Nice dodge there. Gets the stagger, goes for the riposte
Nice.
here.
And this will be Bree's 5th tree boss,
Mm-hmm.
as well as one half of the bell bearings. This lightning attack, you can actually stand right in front of the dog.
Yep.
And it won't hit. Although, if it's a bit weird because if it hits the water, you can maybe get clipped a little bit by it if you're doing some attack that you can like reel back from. But
Yep.
yeah, Bree getting the 5th tree boss, putting the gap with only 2 squares between them. Looks like CBD's heading to grab that Somber 8 and 9 in Kaled. Gonna have that Somber 9 weapon. Yeah, I
he's
mean,
grabbing 8 and 9, and then after that, I want to see what he does next because I'm really curious. Maybe he tries to force column 5 at this point because he already has 2 squares on column 5, and that's his only bingo left. Maybe go from Butte Sword Keys, or maybe he just leaves it open and goes back to trying to kill Magnus.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to go and get some more invading fingers, the bloody festering finger.
Yeah.
To actually invade. But he has some graces nearby, some of the merchants, so that wouldn't be too bad. It looks like Bree's actually, I think, heading towards Radon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, once killing Radon can like level up a bit and leave 50k there to then just burn them. So yeah, they're both Bree has 12,000 runes, CBD has 14,000 right now. So neither of them super close, but with Bree heading towards Radon, she'll probably get that. But CBD about to level up to Somber 9 here. So then Bree will see that and know, okay, he has a strong weapon. He can probably outpace me to some of these boss fights. So he's got to keep that in mind. Because any Somber 9 weapon, even if it's like a bad weapon, will be like pretty good regardless, even if it's not like a Stormhawk axe or something, right?
Yeah.
Like Bloodhound's Fang. The Ordos Greatsword is a pretty solid weapon, I'd say. I wish CBD would use the L2 more in some opportunities because it is the most damage from that weapon. Maybe if he had like the charge attack talismans, I could see that. But yeah, looks CBD is going for the imbued sword keys right now, which is probably the most blockable like square for that column. But Bree is heading into Radon, which is a requirement to get to Fia's champions, and CBD doesn't have like anything nearish wrong. Oh, he might have the Grace from the Cemetery Shade.
I mean,
So it
but
wouldn't be
even
that far of
then,
a run.
in this
Which
case,
is where they're at right now. If
I
he's
were
going to
s-
go do all the sword keys first before going to Fia's Champions, then like Bree could be at Mimic tier like by then.
If I were
So-
CBD, I would go for imbued sword keys, and then I'd pivot off and do something else. I wouldn't even do column 5 anymore after that. Because
Yeah.
those 2 squares are huge time consumptions. Fia's
Yeah, you can
Champions
just go
is
for
huge
majority.
time consumption, and Shackles is huge time consumption. I'm just going to go for Magnus. I'll go for Goronk. I'll go for Memory of Grace 50k. Those are 3 squares. Boom, I'm at 13. I win.
Yeah, a lot of these later game squares, sometimes it's better to just leave them open for your opponent to scramble to try and spend time for it. So yeah, CBD grabbed this imbued sword key. I imagine Bree gets this Radon kill, burns. I think she grabbed this Summer 5 and then is upgrading to Summer 5.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And they're gonna go back to Radon. Yeah, with that can then grab the second Bellbearing and then Memory of Grace, and that'll put things a bit closer. But CBD's on his way to his second imbued sword key. Which after that, I could see him killing Garunk because that's a easy. Oh, I have a +9 weapon. Let's just grab that square.
And Magnus,
And then you're at 11 square, and Magnus too. So
Yeah, and then you
puts
just
you
do
at, like kind
50K.
of 11, 12. Well, I think Bree will get 50k before he does. Because he won't. He's at 5,000 runes right now. Nothing on his path that he's doing is going to give him that money. He could go kill Rykar, but that's a bit of a run,
Right?
right?
Cap cheese.
Yeah, that is true. He hasn't done that yet, so that's a good point.
He could definitely do that if you wanted to,
yeah,
but it's
and then he
definitely probably
has
not
to
on his
resummon.
mind, you know.
Yeah, but because he's going for these imbued sword keys, if Bree burns 50k from killing Radon, then that'll be before it's relevant for CBD.
Yeah.
Because there's a multiple kind of these fast squares at this point, like fast based on where they are at in the match. One of which being the imbued sword keys, another kind of being these Memory of Grace 50k runes. So CBD just opting to grab the imbued sword keys, and then Bree going into the Radon fight. We'll see how well her damage is with the +5. It should be pretty solid. Although I think Radon has like a solid 40% magic resist as well. Like most major bosses, 40% holy magic
Shouldn't
resist.
be terrible. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not gonna be too bad, especially with some L2s. That'll be big poise damage too to get a stagger up. She can also
Anyways, we
summon the
move on.
boys. Oh,
This
she
is
messed
gonna
up
be
the
awful.
Yeah. Didn't get the deload reload.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine though. Ooh, it gets the good RNG though. We gotta get under it now. Nice.
Oh
Wow.
my god, you guys, this damage.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
damage.
not the best damage. I mean, that is just the R1. Again, you can kind of see the holy damage resistance. Not
Oh
really,
my god, this
being
damage
selected.
is fucking terrible.
She also doesn't really have any buffs in terms of like a physic
Alright,
buff.
we're gonna
I don't
try our
think.
hardest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we go for L2s here, I think.
Well, I think after that, then yeah, you can. Ooh, off the heel. Gets a stagger. Go for an L2. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there. That's a bit risky, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine though.
Just gotta be careful. He might do the Spinaruski here. There it is.
Yeah, that attack, like the swipe away. Bree's in a good spot there for it.
Yep.
There goes the
Oh,
Verdon
this
leave.
is gonna be painful.
It might
Yeah,
be.
this is not the most
Holy,
damage.
this is gonna be the hardest
If
phase
I were
2
her,
think
I
I've
would have
ever had on
summoned a lot of
Here we go.
the boys because like Okina with Rivers of Blood,
Yeah.
I think it's Okina, can actually just get a bleed bomb for you. So
Even 2.
yeah.
I might get a stagger here though.
Oh, that's a very risky one too. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's
Oh no, that's like okay. Well,
no,
at
that's
least
fine
helped
because
her
you can
out.
run behind. Yeah.
He's
If
like,
you
hey,
just
come
take
over here.
the slide, you're good.
Careful with that. That
Ooh.
attack is dangerous. Oh, nice RNG. What the
Insane
hell?
RNG.
Careful
Good
here
to
with
just
that
heal
wave
up.
attack though.
Yeah, I think she knows.
Nice
Yep.
roll.
That should stagger. Yep.
Repost.
Honestly, yeah, just take the riposte. In 110 deals big damage.
Nice.
Wow, very clean fight by Bree with that low damage. That very stressful.
Very nice, very nice.
And that'll give her plenty of runes to burn 50k. Yeah, doing, gotta hit a couple times on some of the attacks, but overall a very, very clean Radon fight.
It looks like CBD, this might be his last
very
imbued
fast
sword
as
key,
well.
by the way. So
Yeah.
this is going to be
So he'll have
him marking
that.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, this is going to
Bree
be...
will probably level a couple times and then just burn 50k. Yeah, there it is. She left a bit, and then we'll see that on the board, and there's 50k.
Yeah, Magnus, Garunk, those are definitely the two squares I'm going for afterwards. They're so fast. Like, you already have the grace for Garunk. I mean, he doesn't in this case. But you can just take the teleporter, boom, you're there. Magnus, he already has like everything prepped for that as well.
So Bree's actually running to grab the second bell ring here.
Uh-huh.
But CBD just marked sword keys, so it's not really. There's not really anything that CBD's done that's indicated. Yeah, I have Radon and I can grab these bell bearings. So it would probably be best if Bree actually went to something else. Although I think CBD's actually going to Radon right now, so that's actually good for Bree. If he's going to spend time doing Radon, if he can get into the Radon fight, I don't think he'll actually get into the Radon fight by the time Bree grabs the bell bearing.
Do you think he's going for Fias in this case? With a +9?
I think he's at least setting it up. Yeah, my head's.
You have to recharge
Yeah, I mean,
your battery.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, he has a +9 weapon. Like, he's pretty low health though. Has to be careful because he can just get one shot by like any of Radon's moves with this amount of health. But yeah, by the time he gets there, Bree will already have the bell bearing, and then he's gonna know. Oh wow, she's ahead on Fia's, as well because she's already down there. Yeah. So then CBD could then pivot just to this other stuff. So I would have to imagine Bree grabs his bell bearing and then is gonna have to pivot. I think if she just keeps going to Fia's champions, that's just gonna be a waste of time. I think.
Gorunk's gonna be horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
By the way, because
what is sorry?
I said, well, Gorunk's gonna be horrible for both of them because holy damage and Garunk having insane.
Malekith
high.
has 80% holy resistance. You thought Radon was a lot with 40 and all these other main bosses. Malekith is 80, and Garunk is just Malekith phase 1, right?
Yeah.
So getting the second bell bearing, CBD is going to see that. I wonder if he's going to keep going for Radon here.
Yeah, that's a surprise phase from CBD.
Yeah, it looks like Bree is pivoting. Yeah, he is just kind of going into Radon.
That's kind of tuned in.
I think this is kind of a mistake. I think you immediately got to just get out of there. Because yeah, actually, it looks like this could be interesting. Because if Bree actually keeps going for
she's been
through
cooking.
Noctron into Fia's champions. Sorry, I'll let CBD talk.
Yeah, no, you good.
I want to hear his thoughts on it. He's not fighting. Okay. Bree grabbing some smithing stones and spear dash summons. It's interesting. Maybe for Gargs or something. Yeah, you can see kind of the damage difference here. Oh, that's actually not even that much damage.
For a +9.
For a +9 with the physic charged R2
Dude,
tier.
imagine a +9 Dragon Halberd. This guy would already be dead.
He's just doing this. You gotta let him look at you. Unless you're gonna loop him. Oh, that's kind of smart.
Yeah,
actually,
he's looping. This is CBD's
Uh-huh.
like favorite strat is the looping.
Yeah, I would say it's slower, but it's definitely way safer.
I've said that too.
Can he? He didn't seem like he was gonna dip. Now he's gonna goof if he looks
now
at
he
you.
does.
Oh wow, he still continues that. You know what? Never mind. I have changed my mind on that because he's gonna. You can one cycle him with that idea then. If he did some L2s there instead.
Almost a
yeah,
one cycle.
wow. Even still though, like you see how much that holy resistance matters. Like that was with a +9 weapon, and he still wasn't able to get a one cycle there.
And Bree, by the way, did pivot
that's
off
big
once she got
damage.
to Bellburn. She's now going for Magnus. It looks like.
Yeah, which is honestly, I think that's a good
That's a
play.
really good
Although,
idea.
if CBD just guns for the Fias and knows no, Bree's not going to go through Gargs, not going to go all the way through that, call that kind of bluff, or like it's not necessarily a bluff, but yeah, just commit to doing column 5, then I think it's bad news for Bree. Kind of have to hope that he then maybe tries to go pivot for Magnus right now.
Or do I go for?
He's thinking Garank or Magnus right now, I think.
Go for Garank.
So he's pivoting off of Radon as well.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Shackles.
He's thinking
right?
Shackles. Yeah, she answered me. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Time.
Yeah, that is true.
You got no time, dude.
Yeah, I forgot that he didn't have 2 great runes. It was good to finish Radon there because now he has capital access, right?
That was so sick.
Yeah. Maybe he's listening in to the commentary.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That was cool.
Yeah, I think going for like the Shackles is solid, because then Bree has to do Fia's champions in order to block it. But if Bree does say Magnus, then like Gronk or something, and then goes to Fia's champion, that could be interesting. Although if he goes and gets the Shackles, right, then Sewer Moog is right there as well. And Moog has a lot of resistance to Holy as well, but it's still just a +9 Somber weapon against it. And CBD's a veteran when it comes to Souls, or Souls, but also just a lot of major boss and Elden Ring and stuff. So I imagine he wouldn't have a hard time with Moog, especially because it's just phase 1.
I mean, overall, CBD just has a lot of board presence. Like, he can go for whatever. I don't think he should feel as under pressure as it seemed like it sounded. He sounded like he was a little under pressure. But to be fair, he doesn't really have to. He already has majority open. Bree doesn't have majority open. He has the whole board to pick from.
Yeah.
He can go for whatever he wants, pretty much. Just has to make sure that he's picking things that maybe aren't as easily raced after or sniped off from Bree in this case.
Ooh, nice dodge. Trying to go for a backstab, I think. Bree fighting Magnus right now. Probably going to back off and heal. Yep. Good to play it safe there. This guy is a menace. Good job to not get hit by the Lion's Claw. You'd think there'd be more end lag on the Lion's Claw. Like, you can go up and get a backstab, but no, he just rolls right out of that, like, every time. Oh,
he honestly, he like rolls so much for having, it seems like to be almost like a heavy load type of setup.
Yeah. Good punish on there. That claw tag, you can just jump attack him.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That was a pretty clean Magnus fight, all things considered.
Very huge.
As CBD sees that, oh wow, she got Magnus. the flashbacks of getting hit Magnus through the wall. Hit by Magnus through the wall, just hitting CBD. And yeah, she gets the Somber 6 now too, actually, which is, she only had a Somber 5, so that's like, oh hey,
and the
I can
cranial
go upgrade.
vessel candle stand.
That is very true. Probably the best weapon in all of Elden Ring.
You know, that Ash of War
uncontested
is actually nuts.
Yeah, it just spews fire everywhere, right? Like,
yeah,
around
like
you. Yeah.
Fire vomit.
Can be good against like the Erdtree avatars and stuff because they're big hitbox, weak to fire.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, it's it's a colossal weapon, and like, not
for colossal remembrance only.
That's true, but that's not on the board.
Nope, no, it's not.
Yeah, okay,
it looks like that CBD is going for Shackles here. He's going to go for Moog Shackles. I think that's not a bad call because you have Shackles and Moog Sewers. It's a nice 2-for combo.
I think Bree is as well. I think she's getting Stormwall parry.
Yep. So they're both kind of. This might be a little bit of a race, I guess. With CBD having a head start, though.
The thing is, with these random, I feel like when you have like a +6 sound weapon, it's just faster to fight the boss.
Is she grabbing a shield? Oh, she's grabbing the shield here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. CBD going for that boss fight rather than going for the parry strat is definitely faster, especially with the +9. Like, there's no need for you to grab.
Yeah, exactly.
The parry shield and everything.
Even with the +6, I would be fine just fighting. But yeah, that's gonna be tough for Bree because the Draconic Tree Stone's gonna die before Bree gets there, but as long as CBD doesn't just make get blasted by something.
Yeah.
But there actually it isn't until he gets the shackles that Bree will know, oh, he's been going for this square. So it's actually kind of a tough situation.
Yeah, well, if he goes for Moog's Shackle and Margit's Shackle, he can't just go after Moog's Sewers straight to Fiaz, because you have to kill Morgott, by the way, to unlock that barrier after the Moog Sewer fight to even go into Deep Root Depths for Fiaz champions. So either he goes for the Morgott fight and unlocks the door that way, or he goes the other way, which is through Gargoyles, and gets that instead. I don't know. If you're in the capital, you might as well go for Gold Free and then go that way.
Giant Crusher from the
Well, I'm
Draconic
not sure.
Sentinel. Yeah, no, it's definitely because he's already killed Radon. I would say it's faster to go. Well, you gotta fight Gargs, is the thing. Gargs don't have as much holy resistance as Goldfree and Morgott, so they would be kind of faster fights. But it is Gargs, so you gotta keep that in mind. Honestly, I feel like going through Morgott, if you were to go to Sewers if he is champions, would be faster at this point, even though CBD's already killed Morgott, or sorry, already killed Radon and have access to the underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, already in the capital though, like having to run through the underground. Yeah, I think it would be faster to kill Morgott and go down through there, especially. I know CBD's familiar with going down in that route through Deep Root Depths, from doing like the parkour skip after Moog.
This
the
might be
parkour
this
down.
might be a CBD dub, if I'm being honest here. Having priority on capital, having priority on underground. Only 22 minutes left in the match on top of that, and Bree,
Oh yeah, I forgot about time.
yeah, and Bree's still not blocking that column 5 just yet. And even then, if she does try to block column 5, CBD having priority on Shackles, which is the closest thing that she can go for as a block on column 5.
I think. I don't think either players really thought of the time situation right now.
Yep.
Maybe they'll start thinking about it soon, but if I were behind, like if I was in Bree's situation right now, and I notice, oh wow, it's kind of going to time. Let me actually just go and get this Garronk square, this Ancestor Spirit square.
Yeah.
Just to like kind of tie it up, even it up, in case maybe the other player can't actually follow through and get these other, like get the synergy of Moog Square and Sewers, which she could then actually go through Fia's Champs for the underground, because she already has that Grace before Mimic tier into
Right.
to Gargoyles. But Bree doesn't know that, and is instead trying to go for the Shackles as well. Which
This is probably going to be ending timer at 2 hours, with my guess is going to be 12 to 10 for CBD.
Yeah.
Yep, because CBD is going to get the Shackles.
Very good cheese by Bree there.
She's gonna notice that he got the Shackles, pivot off, go for Garronk. She's gonna get the kill on Garronk, and he's gonna get Moog Sewers. End of match.
Yeah, because Bree is just kind of
That's my guess.
Chasing CBD's coattails right now, just right behind him. Actually, doesn't have 2 great runes.
Oh, she just killed
So
it's
that's
over.
actually can be a blessing in disguise, because now she's like, okay, let me go do these other squares then.
Maybe.
Oh wait, no, she's never been a round table hold. Never mind, because she did Godric Hitless.
Oh
yeah, you have.
yeah.
So yeah, you have
Nah.
to go to round table holds once to
Forgot.
actually get rid of this fog gate, even though it says, oh, you need more great runes. But yeah, that's I was like, wait, why is there the dialogue to talk to Melina there? It's like, oh yeah, I guess she's never been around.
I think that's happened only like a couple of times before. I keep forgetting that's sometimes if you skip it, you just never go to round table.
Yeah. So
Does she just port back?
yeah, I think she just brought it back. So unfortunately for Bree, I mean, she doesn't know, but CBD is just on his way to grab the shackle. He already grabbed 1 shackle. Actually, this is interesting. CBD's just running to sewer mode right now. I'm not sure if he grabbed the shackle. So if Bree just goes Moog shackle, Margit shackle, she could actually get that before him. Because that Moog fight is going to take a while. Not only do you kind of have to go through sewers. I mean, there's sewer skip, but sewer Moog is a lot of health.
Nah.
And this weapon isn't dealing too much damage. I'm just saying.
It's
could
plus
be a
9. It's
possibility.
plus 9. Dude. I don't think it's going to be
It's plus
that
9,
bad.
but you saw it against Radon. It wasn't that crazy. It was only so good because he did that strat that almost one-cycled him.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's going to be at least yellow damage. Okay, you want to guess on the number?
Oh, yeah, for sure yellow damage.
You want to guess on the number for the swings, though? R1s? I'm going to say
R1?
242 per 1 R1.
243.
Oh, come on. This isn't the prices, right? Like, at least come on, dude.
Probably like 313 for like an R1.
313.
Actually, no. Yeah, dude, yours is probably going to be pretty close.
242? I think that's pretty close, yeah.
I'll go 269. How about that?
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah. We'll see who's closer.
Oh, he is going...
Yeah, so...
Well...
Oh, he did double back for the shackle. He
Well,
grabbed
which way is
the...
he going? This is a different way to the shackle.
Oh, wait, he's not doing the sewer skip, I don't think.
What?
Wait, never mind. Maybe he just doesn't know the sewer skip. That slows him down even more.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
crazy.
okay. Yeah, sewer skip saves like 2 minutes running through the sewers here. I don't know the exact time, but I mean, like,
I'm surprised.
Probably,
Either
like,
he just doesn't feel
saves
good about it, or he
minutes.
just doesn't know. I don't know, but
yeah. So the question is, will Bree get the shackles or just try to go for Moog?
oh no, he's getting the shackles right here. No.
Yeah, so I think he unlocked the shortcut and then is grabbing the shackles.
Yeah, he's getting the shackles.
Either way, this it's faster. Just go from the main entrance and then do sewer skip. Not what he's doing. But I mean, in situations like these, if you just know something works, just going for that's better. Sleeping, I think he's going for to sleep the lobster here.
Oh. This is gonna be fun.
Lobster.
Oh, he's pulling it towards the wall and then sleeping it. Ah,
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. And I can just run for it.
And that way he can grab it and just warp out.
Yeah.
And warp back to the Grace. And then I think he grabbed the shortcut to run through. The thing is, I don't know if he'll keep doing
He's going straight for
nope,
patches.
he's going to grab patches. Yeah. Okay.
Pivoting back and forth on that map. That's why I like just unlock it and just like move it over. It feels faster sometimes.
So yeah, unless Bree like already has, I don't think she already has Margit's shackle.
This
Yeah,
is
no, I don't think she already has
interesting
it.
though, because if she goes straight for the Moog fight though,
Yeah, if he sees, oh, he got these shackles, let me just pivot. The thing is though,
she's going for the shackle though.
she might be running. Yeah, she might just be grabbing the shackle and then run. And the thing is, if they both warp to this Grace to fight Moog at similar times,
CBD's gonna win because
CBD will fight faster. He has a +9.
Right.
Yeah. So that if he got the shackles like right now, then Bree could maybe pivot and get there before. But she's gonna be going all the way through. Cause if she has, right, maybe I just missed.
She's going for the shackle.
That way for the shackle.
It is faster, but here's the thing.
Yeah, no,
She's still behind.
There's the lobster right there. But yeah.
Lobster.
Rock lobster. Ooh, grabbing the Somber 7.
Not a
Very
bad
good.
idea, but it gets blasted.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. She will have a 7. And there's also a Somber 8 right
Hope you like your
before the
lobster with a
Moog.
little bit of spit.
So if she decides to grab this and then dip out of there with oh, careful going too far in the catacomb, you can't warp out. Okay. CBD getting close to patches here. The fastest way to get the shackle, just kill him and give the bell bearing to the twin maidens.
No,
Yeah,
she's going
Bree's
for the
also
other
pivoting
shackle
to get
now.
the shackles. Yep.
Oh, what a huge time sink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, she
That's
can't really
pretty
know.
much
Like, oh,
calling
he
it.
hasn't really marked. The thing is, he hasn't really marked anything else in a while. I mean, neither of them have. So that
It could be
Yeah, but he's
Restore
kinda
Records
gotta
Great Room.
assume.
You know what I mean? Like it's been
That's
so long.
true.
It could
That's
be
true.
anything. It could be Fia's Champs. Because even that takes a while. And then Patch is just
I'm
jumping
just
on his
waiting to
head.
drop down after he did the attack. It's like, I see what you're doing.
I see you prepping.
Patch is being a little rat. Okay.
There you
Yeah,
go.
goes for the kill. Good.
Yeah, that's
Bree's
that's
gonna be like
such a
in the
time sink.
Yeah, and she actually kind of caught up to him a good amount because CBD went that
long one.
route for Moog, and
Yep.
like yeah, maybe he just doesn't know about the other path. Oh, she's not doing the quit out. I don't
No,
think.
she will. She will. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now she'll see it here, so she might just warp out.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. There it is.
Big time sink.
Look over, Bree. Look over. Look over, Bree. Look over. Look at the board. Look at it.
Yeah,
There it is.
Yeah, so now she has to defeat his champions in order to win the game. Looks like CBD probably just running straight to Moog now.
She's loading in for an eternity. That's what happened.
Yeah,
when you
that
quit out
loading
the door.
screen when you quit out right there on the fog gate. Game's like,
Wait, hold on a second.
can't
You're
warp.
supposed to be
You went-
fighting
you went in the
someone.
cave?
Yeah.
you went in the cave, you can't warp. There you go.
Wait, why is she pivoting back there? She's going
Oh,
for
Speedy
Goron.
died on his way to Moog.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing in here.
Upgrading. +7.
Right. That's good. And then she can go kill Garunk. It would be it's gonna be a pretty tough fight with Malekith's damage resist.
Holy
I think she's
shit.
going right to Garunk.
Dude,
And the thing is with
Nostradamus!
time.
Holy shit!
Yeah, this might be just like a 12 to 10 board, like what you were saying. Oh, it's actually faster to go to. See, the Blackblade Kindred, I think, is going to aggro to her here. It's faster to just take the warp from Third Church, I think. Maybe not.
Oh, he's going such an interesting way.
Yeah, I don't think he knows Sewer Skip. Which that might just cost him. Yeah,
He's got
because
13.
gonna be
He's got
aggroed.
12 minutes. Like, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, it really is. If it was like 5, then maybe. But yeah, I mean, if he knows the path through the sewers, then
It's so
It's
dark
not
on his
nearly as
screen, I
bad.
can't see where he's going. That's why I hate the tunnels,
Yeah.
man. Oh,
yeah,
he's right there.
there's the
Okay.
elevator. Yeah,
Some
here he
of-
did the
Some of the
long way
caves,
of
man,
it.
and some of the tunnels in this game, it's so dark sometimes. You can't see where you're going without the stupid...
Just turn up your brightness then.
Oh, okay.
Big damage on the Garunk.
One more R1 should do it, by the way, for a stagger. There it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the stack. I don't think he get the riposte, though. I think he's
Ooh,
like his
does
head's
it in
levitating
R1?
too high
That's
over the
pretty-
staircase.
Yeah. Oh, roll it. Nice.
Oh, she's got to be
Oh,
careful
wow.
here. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, normally fighting Garunk is fine, but when you fight him in this super small arena, it's really tough because these broken pillars can get in your way. Just not having the space, jumping that attack. Oh, CBD using the shackle and fighting Moog. Yeah, you see. Oh,
R1?
let's see the R1 damage on Moog.
Yeah, R1. 306. Is that wait, that
Yeah.
was an R? Or was an L? Or was an R2?
That was a crouch or rolling / crouching R1, so it's actually less damage.
Okay, hold on. No, 306.
Yeah, so I was technically closer.
Okay, well, congrats, man. GG's, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, GG's. I now own Bingo Brawlers because of that. So, we're getting shotgun blast over and over by Garunk here. Although CBD is kind of at low health, I could see. I mean, thing is, once you're familiar with Moog, it's not really just a matter of when he dies, not if he dies. Especially when you have like some shackle stuff to help with the damage.
Oh, misses the charge dart too there on Goronk, by the way.
Yeah. That all the ground rupture attacks you can always jump over. Ooh.
Nice roll. Careful. Nice charge dart too. One more that
Charge
should
dart two.
stagger here if she gets that. Needs good moves here though. Oh, this is perfect. Good RNG. Give it
CBD
charge dart
getting
two
low
and
below as well.
boom. Get that riposte.
Often
if
needs
you
to
can.
just run up and take the throw.
Wasn't
Ooh, he
really
was
in
kind
front
of
him.
on at an angle, I think, is
Yeah.
why. Because of the pillar. That's another reason why this arena kind of sucks to fight him.
And CBD
Low
almost done
stamina.
with Moog
Okay.
here, by the way. One more charge
Yeah.
dart two should do it.
Yeah, and there goes Moog.
There it is. There it is.
We might see that. Maybe get distracted
Gets a
into
stagger, though. There it is.
Yeah, maybe Bree or maybe CBD just goes. Yeah, I think he's just going to Fierce Champions now. Or he was just grabbing Urshi's favorite. Just kidding. He might be going.
He's going for Rykard. For the restore.
What was that, Audience Pathway or the
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And a Rykard. Yeah. Honestly, that's safe because
Don't know if it has enough time for it though.
I don't think you have time to kill Rykard and run all the way there.
I don't know. This is stressing me
Although
out.
he is at 12 squares, so it's gonna be tough for Bree to catch back up.
She's got to be careful here. Nice roll. She doesn't have any healing. She's got to play this very smoothly. Nice rolls.
Oh, that was an early roll. Yeah.
My prediction was wrong.
It's been unfortunate.
Well, she still has 8 minutes, so maybe she still gets it.
Commentary curse. Yeah, I mean, she can still kill Garunk. The thing is, she has to get 3 squares in 9 minutes, one of which being Fierce Champions.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing there at the end is just her being just behind CBD on getting the shackles, and that was such a big time sink. You have to go through DTS, got to throw through the capital, go through the sewers, go and kill patches, and all that time taken. Like she was pretty close too. CBD kind of almost threw that lead that he had by just kind of going through the sewers. Unlock the shortcut first and then get the shackle, but fortunately for CBD, it didn't end up mattering. And now he can just kind of, even if CBD can't get a 13th square or like Fierce Champions, he knows like it's basically impossible to get these 3 squares in, let's say, like 7 minutes. Like any of the 3 squares in 7 minutes.
Nice L2 damage. Almost back to half health here on Goronk.
Yeah.
And,
the thing
CBD
is,
going
though,
into
that's like
Rykard.
all holy damage. So
Yeah.
Malika doesn't really care about it. It's good for the poise, but to actually deal damage.
Just gotta be careful with that. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
that attack where Garunk kind of does the long outward swipe, you can get run around right behind like his left leg,
Yeah.
and just like that attack, you can just stand behind him and do a fully charged R2 or something like that.
Yep.
Which Bree's done a couple times, but it's kind of hard in this arena.
One more charged R2 should get another stagger here on Goronk. Boom.
You see CBD's going for charge R2s against Rykard, which you would think, normally with every weapon, that's like the strongest damage source, right? But even with a charge attack like Talisman or like charge attack tier, a jumping R2 is actually just more damage than the charge R2 on Rykard with the buff Serpent Hunter like this.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but yeah, if you're gonna fight against Rykard, just do jump R2s. They are a bit slower, and like a bit more end lag, but yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. Goronk just went underground for some reason for a moment there. Very weird. There we go. Nice riposte.
CBD taking down Rykard phase 1. Yeah, and Malekith, after riposting Malekith, you can get a fully charged R2 with most weapons there.
Honestly, he might actually still get this square for his 13th for majority. He still has.
Yeah, I think he has
got a good time.
the Grace near. I don't know, because that elevator takes a while too, running through that whole cave.
There it is. There it is. Goronk for Bree.
Yep.
12-10. 5.5 minutes left here.
The Dom prediction prophecy potentially coming true. But yeah, Bree knows, if she was able to get that shackle, then, this would be 11-11 right now. And it'd be very close. But yeah, she just gotta maybe try and get Answers to Spirit, Fierce Champions. But just the running time alone, even if you just one-shot the boss, I don't think it's enough time to just get there.
Yep. Looks like she's going. She couldn't make Ancestor Spirit. Yeah, it's just too long. And then if Ancestor Spirit heals, like it's just most likely not gonna happen.
Does take the bonus holy damage though, so it would be a fast fight.
Yeah.
Together
we shall
CBD
devour the very gods.
Is that a question?
Gods. I'm sorry.
Yeah, CBD not actually interrupting the attack that sends all these skulls at you.
Oh, does get
Ooh,
hit by
yeah.
that though. Survives.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna get hit from that. I'm very familiar with those attacks, outranging it, having to fight like 10 at a time, you know. Oh no, I was gonna say he should be close to a stagger here, but no, I guess forgot it. Just poise resets. That's how that mechanic works. That third bite attack, always be sure to roll that to like into it, because you roll it with, it's a very lingering hitbox. You gotta make sure you roll away.
Yeah.
A lot of Rykard's sword attacks, you can actually just like jump over and attack. Again, another reason, or another good
Nice.
way
turn
to
into
like
CBD
use
here
charger
real
twos.
quick.
Yeah.
See what he says after getting this.
So he's gonna try to run to restore it. Yeah, looks like he is.
This is, dude, just unlock the. Oh Jesus!
Bro,
I'm gonna have a
what?
stroke, dude. Please. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You
it can be slower if you don't have the grace names memorized.
just
or, like,
unlock the fucking
positions.
map, man. Oh wait.
Won't make it.
Just
I mean,
map
like,
going
the
everywhere.
elevator right up there is like
Speaking of
40 seconds
map,
already, so.
if we pull up the map, we could see that Bree is actually underground right now, and with the fancy technology, it's a bit faded because she's underground. There's not actually the underground map, so to notify she's underground, it's faded. CBD near the capital there, up in Altus,
There
as you
you
can
go.
see. But Bree will be underneath Limgrave right now, kind of probably near Kaledish, actually. I think, yeah, you can see her red icon.
Yeah,
kinda
it's just a little bit
blending in.
fainted out because she's underground. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, looking like a good old GG's. 2 minutes left on the board.
Yep. CBD might. He'll kill the boss, the Onyx Lord, in 2 minutes, but there's no way he gets up that elevator in time.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's 12:10, man.
Just as you predicted,
Yeah.
12:10 goes to time.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Oh, she got the fire.
She got the cancel.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What was this, DS3?
No rat jams today. And making the way through the roots. Yeah, even if he could like one shot the boss here, he wouldn't get to 13.
Yeah, he's still like at least 10 seconds away from even getting to the arena.
Even if he doesn't get the bingo, he would still win by majority, right? Because
Yeah.
Bree doesn't have it. Yeah, okay. Just clarifying for the viewers at home.
So here's the thing: if the timer hits 2 hours, whoever has the most squares wins. So even if you haven't
Yeah,
blocked
that
every
too,
single
yeah.
bingo, so in this case, if Bree had, let's say, 12 squares and CBD had 10, even though CBD still had a bingo line left, Bree would win based on time. The majority option to be available is only during the gameplay match.
Yeah. Yeah, if they each had like one more minute, I could see them getting these squares they're going for, but
If it's a tie, there's a tie. It's a 0.5 points in that case. Ties
Ooh,
exist
just dodging.
in the competition. 30 seconds left.
I'm curious to see how much this +7 damage will do against the Regal here. I imagine it'll be pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, that's just a basic R1. That's like not even... Ooh, nice RNG. Not the warp. Oh, and there's the warp.
Yep. Also, I've noticed,
speedrunner's
by the way,
nightmare.
with the Ancestor
That
Spirit, is
time.
that the healing only
Oh, Bloodhound's
happens when it does the Stomp attack.
What?
The Ancestor
moose?
Spirit. It only heals after it does the forward foot stomp.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
after it warps, it'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it does that move right there. Otherwise, it won't heal.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, and now it'll heal. Yeah.
Yep. That's like the
That's like its heal
pre-animation,
attack.
pretty much.
Mhm.
GG's to both players. CBD winning 12-10. That being the match. GG's to CBD, man. GG's.
GG, a very very clean match from both of them. Again, as we said, like kind of at the start, that yeah, this board's probably going to go to time because they're just a very late game focused board, and CBD getting that Somber 9 weapon really paying off to help with a lot of the fights. Just having that upgraded weapon, where Bree's fights were just a bit slower because of the damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely close though. I want to say definitely close, but great matches on both ends.
If Bree was able to get that shackles square, I think, or just going for something besides the shackles, I think it could have been a completely different match at the end there.
Yep.
But hindsight's 20/20, so it's hard to see it in the moment.
All right, CBD is ready. We bring in CBD here. Yo, welcome in CBD.
Hey,
GG.
Congratulations, CBD. GG.
Thank you.
How's it feel?
Thank you
How's it
very
feel?
much. It kind of pissed off and went for Magnus. I just wanted the square since you'll probably never see anyone get the square in the league.
Hey, it's a tough
Magnus
square.
isn't that common.
Yeah, it's a long one. I was thinking about going for it until if Bree hadn't gotten the 50k runes memory grace square, I probably would have been able to get this and gone for Riker instead of Radon, the capital. But
Yeah.
you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
The +9 weapon really paying off for a lot of these later game fights. Just able to stay ahead, having the faster weapon.
Yeah, and I guess it kind of worked out since the class started with it, and there was a 30 faith square on the board. So
yeah, Bree was going for this, or had the same starting class. I think she was building towards the 30 faith, but yeah, used the same weapon.
Okay.
It's a good weapon. That fully charged L2 does like 66 poise apparently. So
Yeah, it does a lot, but getting it off
it's
is
crazy.
stupid.
Yeah. So was there for early game anything specific that you're looking for? Any bingo lines, or just kind of going in seeing, okay, torrent on boss fight, explosive physic, I'm just gonna rush that first, or go rush for the torrent on boss fight, and then just go see what's after that?
I wasn't really looking at any potential bingos. The only thing was, I realized that I needed to get like some kind of synergy going pretty early on. So I mean, like the torrent boss fight was just something that you just got to pick up, I guess. And then when it came to the falling star beast, that looped into like 4 other squares. Like you have a gray swipe by imbued stone sword key. You kill the falling star beast. You have a tunnel. You get a +6 for the +9 square. It's like there's everything there. And there's a closer grace to the cemetery shade for spirit. So and like I also looked at the top row because I think a lot of times people forget, like, say there's like a row of 5 and one of them is an early square and then like 4 of them are altus squares. You probably want that early square so you're not rushing towards the end trying to block a bingo.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I was going for that top row too because I realized that those 2 squares are pretty important.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's super fair. Let me bring in Bree in here as well. She said she's ready,
Yeah.
so we can all talk together. Welcome in, Bree. GG.
Hi.
GG.
Hey, Ray.
GG's. Good
GG's,
work,
Bree.
CBD.
That was a really
Sad.
close match between the two of you.
That board was crazy. My brain just feels fried from it.
Yeah, you were pretty close in a lot of squares. Sudi probably doesn't know, but you're probably 5 seconds behind on the torrent boss. Which doesn't matter too much when it's early like that, just the one square. But also towards the end there, the Margus and Moog shackle, you were just entering the Patches cave. And then that was marked, so
Once I saw the shackle get picked up, I was like, yeah, that's GG. Because even if I were to be able to beat you to the other squares, I just didn't think we had the time. There was no time.
Yeah, it's a very late game board. It's definitely very important to kind of just get set up and whatnot. So CBD having like that Somber 9 weapon really pays off for a lot of fights.
Yeah, and I was just thinking that I think what you did way better than me, in my opinion, CBD, is you picked up, there wasn't a ton of synergy on this board, but in my opinion, you picked up on what you could have with like the Spirit Ash with the Cemetery Shades and the tunnels with the Falling Star Beast. So I feel like you pinpointed those earlier game squares and utilize that time wisely. Because when I look at like how could I have made up time and like, or like should I have gone for Renola because I had access to Renola, but it's like I was using my time the entire match. So it was just a challenging board for me, to be honest. It was hard, and you played it very well, so you should be proud.
Hey, you did too. I mean,
Yeah,
don't cut yourself short.
Yeah, you both played very,
Thanks.
very well, and even though CBD pulled the dub away, he definitely had a lot of unlucky moments. I would say, especially with that Renola being probably the most exhausting Renola I think I've ever seen.
Oh no.
I think how many extra summons? Like
I think it was
5
like
or 6?
Yeah, you
it
had
was like
2
Oh
dogs, 2
my
bloodhound
God.
knights,
9
2
summons,
trolls, and the dragon.
That's
great.
insane.
And she mooned
That's
3
not
times
my
on top
worst
of
one.
that.
Yeah,
so it
and
was,
her just
yeah.
normally was a lot of time
Maybe-
in between the summons too.
It seems like the game was just a little. It was memeing a little bit today. Like Godric did like a flip midair because I had staggered him
Yeah,
out of
uh-huh.
a combo, so I like almost got hit by him because he just like flipped. And then I like got machine gunned in the academy by the arrows, and I didn't get any graces because I never had that happen before. So just like a lot of silly things that were happening,
Yeah.
but
Similar
That's
to
okay.
interrupting like the Godska Noble roll, how he'll just
yes,
come out of a stagger and just like roll
Mhm.
immediately.
Yeah, I learned that, but thankfully didn't get hit by it. But it was a shocker. It was
Yeah.
definitely on.
Especially when he just
very-
jumps in the air out of nowhere. It's like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. I think I don't think you really sniped anything from me super close. Aside from, I think it was just the torrent fight, and then Raya's hand. Interestingly enough, I learned an important lesson there with like this how I decided to go about Raya's hand, because I knew I needed Dectus, but I chose to do Raya first and like set her up. And I should have just went for Dectus first, because then had you gotten that square, I wouldn't have lost all that time going to Raya and doing the what is his name? Bogart? What is his name?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's Bogart
So-
or Brogart.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who says America's tits, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, just like little efficiencies like that where it doesn't seem like a huge deal, but then you see how long this board is, and every second really matters. So
Pretty much.
Yep.
It was very much a mid to late game board, and I think Chris and I pretty much called it from the beginning that this might be a 2-hour match, just based on how the board was looking, how there were like mini synergies in between maybe 2 or 3 squares, but there weren't like any huge like back-to-back synergies for like full-on lines or anything like that to work with.
yeah.
So it was definitely a difficult board to kind of maneuver around and kind of know what to prioritize next.
Yeah,
I
it
was a little
was
surprised on the delay from both of you on the column 5. The whole board was kind of being filled in besides column 5 until like an hour and 10 minutes into
Because
the
I
match.
think we saw Fia's champs and we were just like,
Yeah.
no.
There were definitely late game squares on that. Somber 9, Fia's Champs, Margaret Oak,
Yeah.
Shackle. So I was kind of like, I'll do that later kind of a thing.
Yes,
for
that's
sure.
what it was.
Much.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep, I felt the same way. I looked at that column and it made me tired. So I waited. So yeah,
Yeah.
crazy match.
100%. But hey, GG's to both of you, and best of luck to your match next week as well, by the way. Thank you so much for
Thank
playing.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you so
GG's,
much.
good match to watch.
Well,
Thank
catch-
you.
Good luck in future matches.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Catch you
Appreciate
guys
it.
next week. Have a good one. Have a good Sunday.